Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Superior Heights Field, where we have a pretty good matchup tonight here between the Korah Colts and the St. Mary's Knights. Week 2 in Sault Ste. Marie High School football action. I'm Kevin Hemsworth here with Tony Boniferro. And Bono, this looks to be a pretty good tilt.
Right, good evening, everyone.
Yeah,
Welcome to the senior tilt.
This
Week
is
2,
a football game we've been expecting and waiting for since the schedule came out. I think these two teams are favored to probably be 1-2 in the season this year. Obviously, a lot of things can happen, but these are the two favorites. And, you know, this is a barn burner of a football game, hopefully, to start us off.
It's been a long, long time since St. Mary's claimed gridiron supremacy here in Sault Ste. Marie since the glory days of the Knights.
Yeah.
Back when you played.
Yeah, back when I played.
And it's been a long, long time.
Yeah.
But this St. Mary's team shows a lot of promise, a lot of talent on this team. Maybe talk about who you expect to see showing up with the football today.
Yeah, arguably this is the best wide receiving crew that we've seen in Sault Ste. Marie over the last, over the last decade. I would argue this is probably one of the better ones. It all starts with
kicking off. Korah will receive.
Bumbacco on the outside. They also have I'm trying to find the roster here. Maybe I don't have
Nate Carter.
Yeah, they got Nate Carter, they got Dan Bumbacco, they got Jaden Trudeau, who got a lot of national media attention this year, playing in the top prospects game down on TSN and things like that. This wide receiving crew is just unbelievable. I think the key in this game for St. Mary's is going to be Matty Tucker. Matty Tucker is making his first start in senior. Solid kid, played football his whole life, had a good season with the SaberCats. And, he has a lot of – this St. Mary's team has a lot of expectations, has a lot of hype. And it's a lot of it's going to fall on the quarterback and on the shoulders of a grade 11 quarterback.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that St. Mary's front line holds up for Matty Tucker just in grade 11. So his senior debut here. And on the other side of the ball, Korah Colts, 4-time OFSA Bowl winners, 1 Cities, 1 NASAs, 1 OFSA for the last 4 years. Yeah. And it's more of a reload for Korah. You can see looking out, a lot of depth at Korah. What can we expect to see from the Colts here tonight?
So this is kind of an anomaly for the Colts, right? The Colts always have a lot of grade 12s and 5th-year players. And last year, that's what led them to their title. They really kind of leaned on those guys like Barnes, Nicoletta, those types of guys. They have a few of them this year. They just don't have as many as they've had in the past, right? Whereas St. Mary's has quite a few 5th-year kids coming back. So, this, I don't want to say it's ever a rebuild because you're right, it's more of a reload. But a lot of these real good players on the Korah team are in grade 11 this year. They won the junior championship last year quite handily and weren't really pushed all season. So this is going to be an outstanding test for those young grade 11 Korah kids to see if they can really step up and play against kids a couple years older than them.
Yeah, but you do have a few coming back. Jacob Brown, who formerly played at St. Mary's, so playing against some of his former mates.
Gabe Byron,
Johnny Fillion, and Lucas Malcolm also taking some snaps at QB, or at least expected to.
Yeah.
So
Owen Trecarton, who played for the Sault Steelers this year.
right. Yeah, and he's another returnee.
Now he's playing high school. Yeah.
So there's the kickoff. Korah. That's Corella, I believe.
Barella.
Oh, Barella.
Takes it back past the 30, almost to the 34. 1st and 10, Korah.
Korah will start off on their own 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Colts in their own end of the field. They're in the gray jerseys and the yellow pants. To your left, St. Mary's in all white with the black helmets on your right.
And getting the start at Q is number 5, Gabe Byron, who's coming back.
Number 5, Gabe Byron, quarterback for the Korah Colts.
He's coming back to Korah this year and starting his first game since grade 9, I believe. So,
yeah, when I was on the Korah staff,
right off the hop.
When Gabe Byron was in grade 10, I don't believe he was on that team. And so, yeah, he's come back, and he did play some quarterback in Sioux Minor Football League, and he looked pretty good last week. Of course, it's a 3 quarterback rotation for the Colts, at least early in the season. That was Coach Annett's claim. Eric Martone, the grade 11, more of a true QB, Malcolm and Byron going to get snaps, but also probably play some on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Yeah, and this linebacking core for St. Mary's is outstanding. I mean, you got Darian Pucci, who could play anywhere. He's a grade 11 kid.
First and 15.
They got Carter in there. They got number 6, Seamus Parlow, playing linebacker. Lutzi, I believe they probably have in there somewhere as well. This is a deep team at the linebacker position. And if you look at the defense, what they're doing right now is they have.
They'll repeat first down.
That's
first
what,
and 15,
almost
Korah,
an 8-man line.
They are in the box.
That's right. Yeah.
Jumps on the defensive line, 91, going to be offside.
On the play.
It's a pickup of about 6 on the play.
Caleb Thibodeau on the carry.
And Thibodeau, another one of those grade 11 kids, but man, is he a load.
Caleb Thibodeau decided not to play AAA football or AAA hockey, last year in grade 10, and decided to come out for football. And that was, that made the Coach Bernabucci last year extremely happy. As Caleb Thibodeau, I'm not sure if he won league MVP or not, but he was definitely in the conversation. He is an absolute load in the backfield, and he is not easy to take down.
5-yard penalty, back to first and 10.
For Tibbs on that play, but it's first and 10. After all of that, we're back to first and 10 for the Colts. Gabe Byron looks at the defense. Another jump there, 99
and another flag
is offside. That's Grant Matheson
yeah,
for St. Mary's. So St. Mary's chomping at the bit here, and I'm not sure if Byron's been adjusting the snap count, maybe getting the ball out a little bit later than St. Mary's is expecting, but that's a couple of offsides for the Knights. We're going to have to clean that up.
I do think as well, the energy in the stadium early on, the excitement, these kids want to get off the ball quick, and they're trying to get off the ball quick, and it's evident, right?
This is an electric atmosphere. You saw both the cheering sections going after each other before the game, and just great to see after a couple of years where we hadn't had people in the stands. This is what it should be. Handoffs to Barella.
Handoff to number 12 for Korah.
Picks up
Jesse Barella.
1 on the play.
And he's stuffed by Darian Pucci on the outside.
You talked about Pucci earlier, and there he is making a stop on that play. We're going to have 3rd and 4.
So second down, sorry.
Oh,
yeah, because it was 1st and 5.
No, 71. I think it was 74. Tackle for St. Mary's, number 74.
So now we have
Aruda sets up 2nd and about 4.
And
there's a run inside.
That's Barella, I think.
Number 31, Wes Pomeroy.
Yeah.
And Pomeroy really
number
emerged
31.
in grade 9. Kid who played mostly baseball and then showed up in grade 9. And
good for about 12 yards on first down.
Quiet, unassuming kid that just comes out, works hard, and
Nice to see him.
Nicholas Vecchio in on the tackle.
I know the Pomeroy family extremely well. I've been trying to get Wes to play in Sioux Minor and things like that, and he played a couple years, but then went over to baseball. And watching him come out here and dominate in high school football is awesome to see.
So there's a snap. Give is inside. That's Thibodeau. And Thibodeau's going to pick up
Thibodeau with the carry.
About 7 on the play. Maybe 6. Pending the spot.
Tackles by number 54.
We'll have a second and 4. We're under 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
85, Ian Bergen.
And Korah with the first possession of the game.
Korah just pounding the ball like they're used to doing.
Byron's going to hand off there.
Another
That's going to get stuffed in the
what
middle.
What a play by number 22 by Kieran Derbolka,
Ethan Aruda in on the tackle.
I thought Derbolka made first contact there, and that's a heck of a play by Derbolka.
On the carry.
That's not an easy young man to take down. So what do we got here, 3rd and 2?
Sets up 3rd down and about 4.
3rd and 4. This is the first decision for the Korah Colts.
I think you're right. I think it's closer to 2.
Yeah. But looks like Korah's going to go for it. You wonder if they're just going to try and make them jump here.
No, well, they've jumped twice already, so some personnel changes going on the Korah side of the football.
Ooh, that might be too.
They look like they're
delay a game
a little bit out of sorts here. Might be a referee's being generous with the play clock as far as I can tell. Now the flag comes out there.
Yeah.
And Korah's going to get backed up.
Time violation against Korah.
So that'll be 3rd down and 7 now.
changes the play call a little bit.
Yeah.
3rd and 2 to 3rd and long.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, I am extremely excited to see this St.
Gotta move
Mary's
them back
offense.
5
You know,
yards.
I have a lot of high expectations
37,
for this
Korah
offense. I
from
think
their
they can be
St.
dynamic, and
Mary's
I'll be interested to see
52-yard
what
line.
Korah tries to do defensively to stop that. It looks like they're going to run a play here still, eh?
Yeah, we'll have to wait.
Oh, a little pooch kick
Pooch punt
with
there
Thibodeau.
from Thibodeau. And that's the return is snuffed out after
21,
about
Nick Vecchio with the catch.
25-yard punt. Vecchio fields it.
Good
Might pick up a couple yards on the return.
Good decision by St. Mary's to drop someone there, even though it didn't look like it was going to, because they had a live man shooting down, and that could have been Korah's ball had that ball hit the ground. So great play there by number
St.
21,
Mary's
Nick
will take
Vecchio.
over.
Yeah, Vecchio was up in the box initially,
Yeah.
ran into the back judge on his way back to
32-yard
field
line.
that punt,
Matty Tucker,
but
quarterback.
secured it. And now St.
For the
Mary's
St. Mary's
offense, we've been waiting to see. And again, I think the question is going to be, are they going to be able to buy time for Matty Tucker to find some of their dangerous weapons on the outside?
Oh, and look, they got him. Unless number 81 went for Mary's, I think Mary's got Korah in a
Flag
little
on
bit of
the
their
play.
own medicine there.
Yeah, a couple of Korah Colts into the backfield prior to the snap.
Jack McPherson, though, he was awfully close. He definitely crossed the line. I just didn't know if Korah did it first. Oh, it is going to go against Korah.
Offside. Korah, 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
I like that by St. Mary's. You know, they get busted a few times on that by Korah, and then they give them a little piece of their own medicine there. They're getting a lot of space on the outside.
McPherson in motion across the backfield. Motion towards the line of scrimmage. Korah not fooled this time.
5 receivers on one side here.
Matty Tucker takes the snap in the shotgun. Quick pass out to the flats, and that's going to be
Pass
incomplete.
intended for Daniel Mbako. A little bit too
Mbako.
high, incomplete.
A little bit high for Mbako there. And off his fingertips and falls to the turf.
And that's just some nerves, I think, there by Tucker. And that was a nice play set up there. If that could have been completed, they had 4 blockers out in front of Mbako. And you know, that had a chance to go somewhere. So,
And Mbako, as we know, very dangerous if you give him space. That could have been a big play for St. Mary's, but incomplete. Snap,
Flag on the play.
and we've got a flag. Movement on the line. We'll have to see which line that flag will be against. But like you said, lots of nerves, lots of jitters, and energy and enthusiasm here.
that is going against Mary's. So, that'll be 2nd down and 10 with 7:47 to play here in the first.
And a reminder for anyone watching that pooch punt decision on 3rd down. 3-down football here
Penalties
in
on St.
senior.
Mary's.
If you joined us for
2nd
the
down
junior
and
game,
10,
4
so
downs in
5-yard
junior,
penalty.
but 3 downs here in senior. So St. Mary's going to have to move the ball to move the chains here. Long pass intended for Daniel
Pass intended
Mbako.
for Daniel Mbako.
He
Gets
loses
turned
his
around.
footing.
Defended by number 26, Lucas Malcolm.
Yeah, that actually wasn't a bad ball,
set
I
up
thought, by
3rd and
Tucker.
long.
He
St.
threw it to
Mary's
his
punt
body,
team coming
overthrew
out.
the defense, and just the wide receivers couldn't get there quick enough. It looked like Mbako kind of fell. One thing we didn't get a chance to talk about before the game, though, Kevin, was kind of our keys to the – well, you did talk about the keys to the game. But one that I forgot to mention is I think Daniel Mbako's leg is going to be a huge factor in this football game. He could be punting at the collegiate level, no problem at all, and kicking at the collegiate level. And he has
Daniel
the ability
Mbako
to
to
kind
punt for
of
St.
turn
Mary's.
field position on his own. So.
Yeah, and he's punting with the wind here. So we'll see what kind of a boot Mbako can get away. Korah comes after it, and they do a good job. But here's Mbako with some space.
And they
There's
got
going to
a
be a
flag on
face
that.
mask on this play, too. And there's the threat of Daniel Mbako punting.
Is that going to be a face?
Daniel Mbako.
I think that was a face mask in the backfield. Looks like
They
it's
are
probably
calling a
3 or
face,
4
but there
yards.
was another flag, so there might be a flag on both teams
We do
here
have a
now.
flag on the play.
We might just be replaying that down. That was a heck of a play by Mbako to get away from that. I wasn't sure who he was able to avoid, but
Yeah, the rush was there from Korah. They know about the threat Mbako poses with his leg, and in the field position game, looking to get some pressure on him, and they did. But the pressure came. I didn't catch the number who that came from, but got the face mask of Mbako, and the flag came out, and it looks like that is going to go against Korah, as we predicted, and the Korah defense comes back out on the field. St. Mary's offense gets another chance.
Well, Bambako definitely used his legs there, but or his leg there, but this time he used both of them, right? So
Penalty
he
is
didn't
against
I
Korah.
thought he was going to kick. But that's an unbelievable
Face
play.
mask,
The
that's
fact
a
that he was able
15-yard
to
penalty,
avoid that tackle
automatic.
in the backfield
First
and get
down,
away
St. Mary's.
is just extremely impressive. So, again, Daniel Bambako, did he win the Rocky DiPietro last year? Or was he he was a finalist for sure. So, again, great wide receiver, great punter. So, big asset here.
Handoff inside. There's some room
Nice
to
little
run there.
Great run. Number 3, Caden McInnes with a good solid 7
I
yards.
thought that was number 5, Braden Lutzy.
Yeah, I think it was Lutzy. McInnes is here on the outside, wide receiver. That's Lutzy with the pickup.
56, Drew Esposito on the tackle. My mistake.
Lutzy running downhill there. He picked up 2-3 yards after contact there.
Yeah, that's a nice run by Lutzy.
Korah with a decent job of stuffing that inside, but Lutzy just carried a load there. Tucker out into the flats, and that falls short of the intended target, Jaden Trudeau.
Yeah, Tucker's clearly showing some nerves here early on, right? And that's expected. I fully expect Tucker to, bounce back and once things kind of calm down a little bit, and it's almost like he needs to kind of get hit or something first, right? Like just kind of get into the game, yeah, and remind him that hey, he's done this since he was a kid, and he's fully capable.
St. Mary's coach is doing a pretty good job, I think, of getting the ball out of his hands early too, though, with the play calling that they've gone to so far early in this game.
I'm a little surprised that Korah only has one. Oh, he is faking it.
And it's not going to.
No, I don't know.
He's not going to spin out of that.
I don't know if I like that play. Oh, and he is going to call a flag on the play, but that's going to be after.
Jacob Brown on Nate Carter.
Oh, it was those two again, eh? Yeah. But I think that was after the play, so I do believe it will still be first down for.
It certainly was after the play.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what the call is here.
But it happened. It happened after the play.
Yeah, it should be a change of possession.
It should be change of possession. It should be first.
But they're counting off the 15 for the objectionable conduct.
I'm gonna ask someone in the office.
Penalty was on Korah.
Yeah.
That's a dead ball foul. Then it'll be ensued, marked off, and it'll be first and 10 Korah.
Korah will take possession at their own
from their own 48-yard line, 47-yard line.
So Korah's going to get another opportunity on offense. So a couple of stops there by both teams.
It is going to be Korah's football, first and 10. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, they were just walking off the 15 yards, and
but they were
the stick crew was walking past, and the officials were pointing at them. No, we're going that way, and they got it sorted out on the field.
I wish they would have punted there, though. I think you're
right.
A punt there's the right call, right? Pin them
especially
deep.
when you have a leg like Bambako's.
Yeah, you could easily get a rouge on that too, right?
That's Barella.
Nice hit on the play by 21.
Good hard hit.
Nick Vecchio with a
number
hit.
Number 21, Logan. Sorry, number 21.
That's
Nick
a
Vecchio
7-yard pickup for Barella on first down, which opens up the playbook a little bit here for the Colts.
Yeah, second down and 3 here.
7-yard run.
The Colts are definitely not known as a passing team, right? They've turned into this ground and pound type team here. So, I wouldn't be surprised if you give the ball to Thibodeau in a 2nd and 4 situation, 2nd and 3 situation.
Yeah, I would agree.
And
Tibbs gets the ball,
gets it easily
up the middle.
Yeah,
and Thibodeau's going to pick up close to 8 yards on that play. And a first down for the Colts. Back into St. Mary's territory.
Nick Carter, still a first down for Korah.
Stopped by Nick Carter.
Yeah, Korah with a first down here. And like we saw, Korah's just picking up, 3, 4, 5, 6 yards of play, but they're having success with it so far.
Some movement there before the snap. I don't think the ball's out even yet.
That was movement by everybody, but they are calling it on the defense. So that'll be encroachment on the defense. It'll be first down and 5. I can't stress the importance of that 5-yard penalty in 3-down football.
Absolutely.
Right? Like that
it's a
is
killer.
just, it's an absolute killer. Now Korah can run anything they want in their playbook, right? And you have to be ready for it all if you're Mary's here.
Yeah, it does open everything up on 1st and 5. Or at least what we think will be 1st and 5. We haven't. Yeah. Oh, we got a replay of the down. I think we have procedure and offside.
How does that? That's one of those rules
I'm not sure.
I never understood. I don't
Well,
know how you can have procedure followed by offside. But
In defense of the officials, everybody moved except for
yeah,
the center.
that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
So 1st and 10.
So wouldn't that
For the
be?
Colts.
So if that was the NFL, that would have been a false start on the center. That would have been an offensive penalty.
Oh, really?
I've seen that called before, absolutely, where everyone moves but the center. Yeah. I'm a Lions fan. I've seen it all.
And there's Byron. He's going to roll out. Pursued there by number 22.
Byron on the keeper. Goes
That's
wide.
Kinderboka.
Gets run right out of bounds.
He's
Number
going to pick
22.
up, looks like about
Looks like
6
Kinderboka
yards.
in on the tackle.
What a hit that was on the sidelines. Nice big collision there.
I'm not sure who finished it off, but Derboka with good
And
pursuit there.
74, Ethan Aruda was all over the place there too, so nice play by Ethan.
2nd and 5, Korah.
So just a 5-yard pickup on that play. Brings up 2nd and 5 for Korah. Thibodeau in the backfield. He's going to lead block on this play. And it looks like Korah's going to have the 1st down, although on forward progress.
Barella.
And then Barella with a
With the
shove
carry.
after the whistle. Lucky he didn't get a flag there.
Oh, number 24
Stop by
for
number 4,
Korah.
Darian Pucci.
That's Arwin
Arwin
Shafi. He's
Shafi.
hot.
Oh, so he did go back to Korah.
Yeah, Arwin Shafi started at Korah, went to St. Mary's, and now he's
Yeah.
back at Korah.
Yeah, and he told everyone at Mary's that he was going to be playing next year, but a lot of people suspected he would go back to Korah for his last year, and sure enough, there he is, right? So, and Shafi, I know him from Sioux Minor football, and it was his first time playing football, I think, when it was grade 8, and he was an absolute
Barella's
monster.
carry
He
good
was
enough for 1st down.
one of the best players in the league that year, so nice to see him back on the football field and playing.
So Korah with the 1st down. Barella offset in the backfield, but it's going to be
Hand
Thibodeau
off
with the
to
ball,
Thibodeau.
and he's going to go forward. He's
Oh,
still on his feet.
goodness.
Picks up
Eventually brought
about
down by St. Mary's.
20 yards?
15, 20
Yeah.
yards on that play.
Number 95.
And Korah moves the chains
James
again
Goodman in on the tackle.
as we approach the 3-minute mark here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, big run there by
A little bit up by
Thibodeau.
number 54, Kyle Scarfone.
And, the left side of that Korah offensive line has just been taking it to Mary's on this drive so far.
I'm trying to pick up some of those numbers over on the left side of that line, but they're a long way away from here.
Barella with
Barella.
another nice run.
Barella right up the middle.
Great job by him. Looks like he's going to be close
93,
to a Korah
Nick
1st
Carter.
down.
Shafi's going to have to watch himself, I think, Kevin. He took a knee and
22,
gave a
Keith
first
DeBoca
down signal
in on the
while
tackle.
the play was still going on. And,
Yeah.
I don't think the refs are going to.
Well, if I'm the Korah coaches and I see that, I probably want to have a chat.
Yeah.
1st and 10
Just
from-
cool,
looks like
sometimes you just got to
exactly
cool
the
him off.
10-yard
Arwin's,
line.
Arwin's the kind of kid who he's emotional.
Oh, yeah. Arwin's a good kid, though, he's not a bad kid. So don't. I hope that when it's not coming across like that at all. We're just noticing
No,
his
he's
excitement.
emotions
out
run
there.
high. Thibodeau with the ball, and
And
he's
Thibodeau.
going to be into the end zone for the
Touchdown,
Colts
Korah.
touchdown. So the Korah Colts strike first here with 2:01 remaining in the 1st quarter. Up 6-0 on the Knights. Good sustained drive by the Colts.
Yeah. You could have drove a truck through that hole, Kevin. I think you could have scored on that one.
Well, let's not exaggerate, Mono. I'd still be running.
That was a terrific job by the left side of that Colts offensive line. And the one thing that Korah always does remarkably well is they block at all levels, right? They block at the front level, they block the line, they block linebackers, and they block DBs. there's not a player on the field that's not out there trying to block.
Koski,
and that's been
after.
extremely evident here so far in
good.
the first quarter of this football game.
Great boot there by
7-0
Koski.
Korah.
Yeah, two great
We do
kickers.
have a flag on the
There's
play.
two real good kickers in this game, Ty Koski and Daniel Bambako. So, again, I don't expect – I mean, it could be, but I don't expect a really high-scoring affair. And I do think that special teams are going to play a role in this game.
Well, I'm going to take the opposing viewpoint on that. I think the offenses are going to get going. I think we saw some jitters early on, but just too many weapons for St. Mary's, and Korah just, as we've talked about, methodical in the run game, and that's going to open up some things downfield for them later.
Yeah,
I think.
And I kind of agree with you, and I don't think though that Korah has that run and gun, high-powered offense. I expect every time they touch the football that they might have a 5 to 8 minute drive every time they have the ball, right?
Yeah.
So I think we could see some explosive plays and things like that. I just don't think it's going to be super high scoring just because of time of possession. That's
a good old Scotty Gray grounded pound, 15-minute drive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And who knows? Scotty might be tuned in. Down in on the East Coast. Now the athletic director at St. Mary's with the Huskies there. And we miss him here in the Sioux, but wish him all the best out there.
Absolutely. Saultsports would just like to take a quick minute to thank all of our sponsors. We'd like to start with the Marconi Cultural Events Center. At the Marconi, they craft a unique experience for all clients. They offer a well-suited venue for any event, including wedding, private, corporate, social, or fundraisers. Whether it's just a small gathering, a reservation in the new restaurant, or catering, we have the perfect solution for you. Enjoy peace of mind during these times knowing that the Marconi Cultural Center has you safely covered. Located in downtown Sault Ste. Marie, this ambient and remarkable space is sure to create a memorable event for all your guests. Trevor Zachary, who's running the Marconi Center down there right now, is a terrific sponsor of Sault Minor football. He actually started Sault Minor football years ago, and has been a major supporter of youth football here in the city. So we'd like to thank him and thank everybody as Korah now with an onside kick.
Short kick by Koski.
Catch there.
Onside kick is unsuccessful. Tackle by number 32, Maverick Corboy Beatty.
So I get the risk there in doing that. I don't know if I like the call right now because
I'm confused about the kickoff. They called it unsportsmanlike conduct on St. Mary's.
First and 10.
And it seemed like the kickoff came from pretty deep in Korah territory. Did Phil get the call wrong? Was it unsportsmanlike on?
No, they pointed towards St. Mary's.
Huh. Okay.
So I'm not sure. I agree with you. I'm a little confused.
I think they kicked off from the 30.
Yeah, because I would have been okay with that onside kick if the penalty, if the yardage was
there,
right?
Yeah.
So on the point after was against Korah.
Oh, there you go. So there you go. The penalty was against
Okay.
Korah.
See, I was right. I'm not often right. We're going to celebrate.
Yeah, that onside kick there, I'm not too sure about, but
Tucker's got time.
Ooh, and Tucker took a shot there.
Tucker
And
goes
there's
back
going to be
we do have a flag on the play.
a penalty
Pass
against,
intended for
I believe,
3,
number 94. That'll go against Ashton
defended by
Saultsports.
number 31, Wes Pomeroy.
Was that Sachin or Hedrick in on that? I saw 60 in the area as well. Either way,
it's a big penalty against Korah, and they're going to keep moving the ball down the field, so that'll be a...
Looks like roughing the passer against Korah.
I'm not sure if that's a 10-yard or a 15-yard penalty in this league.
It
is a 15-yard penalty, so it'll be first down
and a first
10.
down.
St. Mary's from the Korah 37-yard line with 1:58 to play here in the first quarter.
And it could have been an even bigger penalty. That pass
Picked off.
was
That would have been a
close
pick
to being
six.
picked off. Would have been a pick six for sure. And that would have been a major swing. But here's Tucker now in the gun. 6 receivers for St. Mary's. Tucker's going to air it out. Good defense on that play.
Tucker immediately throws deep to Jaden Trudeau.
What a
Trudeau,
hands,
Trudeau tries to high point that ball, but I think the contact probably disrupted that. Well played by Carbone.
In all honesty, I would
10.
not be shocked if St. Mary's came out here and just ran three go routes on 3 straight plays. Your receivers are eventually going to make a play, you feel like, right? They're just that good. And they have no coverage down here on Caden McInnes, as now it comes up. And there's
the
Tucker.
pressure.
Tucker's
Tucker
got some
runs.
room.
Thought about the slide, and he takes a big hit on the
Tucker likes to
sidelines.
keep it, gets knocked out of bounds.
And I think St. Mary's not happy about that. But, at the end of that run,
Good for
Tucker he probably should have just stepped out of bounds, but he turned back upfield right at the end of it, and I think that's why there wasn't a flag on that play. He did look like he was trying to get an extra yard out of that play.
And you know what? Give Tucker all the credit in the world because he got up and
Good
he
hard run
sprinted
by
back. He didn't
Tucker.
even go.
He
He
gets
didn't stay down at all. So,
But if
8
I'm
yards,
Jimmy
sets
Monaco,
up third and
I'm
2.
saying, you know what? We don't need half a yard.
Exactly.
We need you in the game.
Yeah.
Step out, because he got rocked on that
St.
play.
Mary's
But
is going for it.
you surprised they're going for it here on 3rd and 2?
no, not where they are on the field. Bombacco has the leg,
That's
I think,
what
for
I
that
mean.
kick. That's a backward pass. That's
yeah.
live ball.
Oh,
That is a live
wow.
ball.
Yeah, that
Pass
was.
intended for Daniel Bombacco.
And it wasn't close.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
If you watch the video on that,
And
that's at
Korah
least
takes
1 or
over
2
on
yards backwards.
Yeah.
So St. Mary's,
But
Well-
my point was Daniel Bombacco does have a great leg.
He has that leg.
Why wouldn't you try the field goal there, right? I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
well, and the execution on that play just reinforces
Yeah,
that. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think that's supposed to be a lateral.
Yeah. No, Tucker just didn't have the laces when he threw the ball, I
Yeah.
thought. So,
But it should either he should drop a couple steps deeper, or the
Yeah.
receiver needs to be a couple steps forward. We got a
Oh.
flag over on the far side of the field. That's
going to be
usually a
against-
bench.
bench. Absolutely, that's on the Mary's bench.
Yeah. And they didn't like something about that
I think
last
they're still
sequence.
talking. I think they're still talking about that hit on Tucker.
Yeah, I bet. And it was a big shot to the QB, which I don't love. But again, we saw earlier in that run, Tucker thought about sliding and didn't.
Yeah.
Ran to the outside. And he did turn. I saw the shoulders turn upfield, and if you're a running back then.
The question is did
Flag
he?
was picked up. There is no infraction on the play.
Oh wow. Okay. The question is was he out of bounds? Right?
Sure, of course,
my
yeah,
only
and we
thing.
can't
If
see
you-
that
we can't
from here.
see that far. So if he was out of bounds, I think Mary's has
First
it
and
right.
goal.
Absolutely,
First
you're
and
absolutely
10,
right.
Korah.
No, there's no question.
Yeah.
If he's out of bounds,
From
then
their own
that
29.
should be a flag.
And they're going to keep riding
Quarterback
this off.
Meyer
Keeper.
elects to keep it.
Oh, what a
He's running out
stiff
of
arm.
bounds. And we have a
We're
flag
going to
on the
have a
play.
flag, I think, on number.
98 of Korah.
Yeah, that's going to be
Scaglione.
Scaglione. And Korah with some uncharacteristic lack of discipline
Yeah,
here. And I
not
don't
something
think
where
Coach
you-
Seamus
Annett is
Sarlo
going to be
runs
real
Byron out of
happy
bounds.
about
We do have a
Yeah.
flag on the play.
this lack of discipline in this game. Now, there's been a lot of talk between these two teams. And
Oh, I believe
And,
it.
and I mean, these guys all know each other. They play together in Sioux Minor. They play together in Sabercats. They're friends off the field. They go shoot hoops on the weekend together. But when you start talking football, they don't like each other very much.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of talk leading up to this game, and I think that's what we're seeing coming out on the field here.
Yeah, and you know what? There was there was a lot between the schools in football, basketball, and everything last year too.
Absolutely,
and,
yeah.
And now we're seeing this out here, and we expected this to be a real hard-hitting,
15-yard penalty
good, hard football
against
game.
Korah.
And you're right though. You are seeing that lack of discipline, which Korah is known for their discipline.
Puts
That
them
is
all the way
what
back
makes
to about their
program,
14-yard
right?
line.
So I agree with you. I don't think Coach Annett's going to be too thrilled about some of these penalties.
Yeah,
Looks like
you
unnecessary
talked about the
roughness
sports last
against
year, of
Korah.
course. Korah and St. Mary's meeting in the city championships in basketball, meeting in the city championships
First and
at almost the
25.
same time in hockey.
Yeah.
And I do believe these two teams were in the city championships here in football, last
too,
year.
they
so,
were. Yeah.
Fumble.
So that animosity is well earned.
Oh, yeah,
and we're seeing it out there on the field. Fumble on that play in the backfield.
24, Arwen Shaffy
Shaffy
fumbles and falls on it.
manages to recover the ball.
So second down and 27?
Ben Tuck,
A country mile.
Yeah.
Nick Carter there for St. Mary's on the
And Korah
tackle.
deep in their own
Second
end.
and
So
25.
Possible. I mean, we'll see what happens here, but
well, Greg Matheson would quick kick here.
Yeah.
We do know that.
yes.
And if Greg's listening,
Yeah.
he's having a chuckle about that. So a
Good job by
relatively
Gary
conservative run there by Korah on second and
22,
a mile.
Kian Derboka.
So do you give up the safety here, Kev?
I think they kick.
Yeah.
And
Sets up
yeah, I think
third.
they kick and they rely on their
Very long.
defense. But I've
So
been
the
wrong
odd
before,
player-
and I'll be wrong again.
Yeah, so
This will be
I'm
the
a
last play
huge
in the first
proponent of
quarter.
taking the safeties. I'm a huge
Just a reminder,
proponent of
canteens
field
are
position.
open.
So the
Hot
thought
coffee,
process
cold
on this
beverages,
is if Korah takes a
various
safety,
snacks.
they will
Koski,
be able. They give up 2 points,
back to
but they
kick
can kick the ball off,
for
and
Korah.
Marys will have to start inside
Daniel
their
Bambaco
30, right?
for St.
Whereas
Mary's to
now
receive.
they're going to punt it, and St. Mary's is going to get a favorable bounce, and now they're going to start 1st and 10
Ball goes out of
from the
bounds.
Korah 44-yard line, which isn't terrible, but again, that's the difference, right? It's about if they give up 2
1st and 10,
points, they
St.
basically
Mary's.
gain 50 yards or 40 yards potentially. So,
Yeah,
so
but I
that was
think-
the decision for the coach, and Coach Annett, you did exactly what you said, Kevin. He's going to rely on his defense, and
That's exactly
nice kick, yeah.
That's exactly what I suspected, and I thought that Coach Annett would kind of have some faith in his D early in the season. I don't disagree with you that the safety is a good call, but early in the season I like having some confidence in your guys
Yeah,
and
for sure.
giving them an opportunity to show you that no, the safety's the wrong call. We're gonna get a stop for you and get off the field.
And realistically, what has St. Mary's offense shown you in the first couple series, right? So
Right.
that's the other thing, right?
Yep.
Make them earn some respect.
That's right. And I think not that we're in the red zone or anything, but I think this St. Mary's offense is going to be more dangerous with more field.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
because of their vertical speed.
For sure. They are throwing into the wind here, though, now, I believe, eh? So
Yes.
it's going to be a little
We're into the
different.
second quarter, so the teams have changed directions and the wind blowing right to left. You can see the flag across the field. So the wind with Korah now. St. Mary's heading into the wind, which may affect the passing game of first-year senior QB Matty Tucker, although no stranger to the position.
Exactly. He's played it since I think he was been 8 years old. So
It's Tucker in the gun. 4 receivers in motion towards the line. Tucker has to tuck that ball. He's going to try to run it, and he's going to get
Tucker
corralled
lets the
behind
team
the line of
tackle by
scrimmage.
number 60.
number 8, Ethan Scott, another
Chris
great
McKay.
great 11 athlete who is just an unbelievable
Tackle by number
lineman.
60,
Scotty's in
Spencer
grade
Hedrick.
12 now.
Oh, he is grade
Yeah.
12 now?
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's what happens when you miss them. But yeah, but he is an unbelievable athlete, and he brought the pressure there, and he's a tough young man to block. So
He's an
Loss
undersized
of 2 yards,
D lineman. Not a
second
lot
and
of
12.
not a lot of meat on those bones, but he's
Yeah.
aggressive and he likes to get in the backfield. Always has.
I always wondered if he would be a good receiver / tight end type, but he's
Yeah.
so good on the line that
Yeah, and he has seen some time at the tight end spot. Tucker, backfield empty,
and there's
rolls
Scott
out
with the
and he
pressure.
just throws it away.
Yeah.
Tucker
Scotty
throws
gets
it
in
in
on,
the dirt.
or actually Jacob Brown
Pursued
in.
by number 1, Jacob
with
Brown.
pressure
That'll
on
set up third
Tucker.
long for St. Mary's.
So that'll be 3rd down and 11.
Still 7-0 Korah. Just less than a minute into the second quarter here, in what looks to be a pretty good matchup between these two teams, predicted to be 1-2, as you mentioned earlier, in the Sault Ste. Marie High School Football League. Only 3 teams participating this year. Of course, Superior Heights being the 3rd team, and so their bye weeks in play. Korah's on one next week when Huron Heights comes to town, number 1 team in the country.
Yeah.
We'll be here for that one, and St. Mary's will take on Huron Heights the following week. So some good football coming up in and outside of the Sault Ste. Marie City League. Short kick,
Yeah.
fielded on the hop,
They did throw a flag. And
We do
what?
have a flag on the play.
Oh,
and there's an army of
26.
St.
Lucas
Mary's
Malcolm.
Knights takes Lucas Malcolm out of bounds.
jeez, Lucas Malcolm was fast.
Showed some wheels there on that play.
My goodness, did he
Flag on the other
fly?
side of the field. Wait
They
for
are
the
going to
call.
call 5-yard. I think they're going to call no yards on the play here.
That'll give Korah a little bit more field position. Get them out
Yeah,
of the
but
shadow of their own goalposts anyways.
Babako definitely did not get all of that one.
Yeah, I mean, I
And-
say short kick. It was actually a pretty good boot. But
Oh,
for Bambako, it was a short kick.
Yeah, it was a short kick.
Yeah.
But the other thing was, you could, we feel a little bit of breeze up here. On Bambako's kick, you could see the wind on
Absolutely,
that one. That's
yeah.
where it kind of, yeah. So that was a holding penalty against the Korah Colts.
Injury timeout. We have an injured
So
player
they're
on the
backed
field.
up a little bit more than they already were.
Yeah. Saultsports.com would also like to thank the GFL Memorial Gardens. The GFL Memorial Gardens is the only facility of its kind here in Northern Ontario, as it serves as one of the finest venues for sporting events, community events, and provides top-notch home to the Sioux Greyhounds of the Ontario Hockey League. It also serves as a multi-purpose sporting complex, a venue for entertainment, trade shows, conferences, and much more. For all your needs, if you're ever planning a big show, if you're ever planning any kind of convention, the GFL Memorial Gardens is a great place, and they have a great staff there who will always be willing to help you as well. So we'd like to thank the GFL Memorial Gardens for their consistent support over the years, and thank you very much.
And that was number 6, Seamus Parlow, taking a knee on that play. Parlow will see some time on the offensive side of the ball, but mainly playing defense this season. He's been a running back most of his high school career. St. Mary's on defense now, so they're going to miss Parlow in that linebacker
Looks like
spot.
the penalty was no yards on the kick. It'd be a 5-yard penalty.
So it was a no
First
yards
and 10,
call,
Korah.
5 yards. Korah's
Handoff.
to the right.
Looks
That's
like number 31,
Pomeroy. It looked like he had some daylight
He's
there,
run
but
down by
just
number
couldn't
2,
get the
Brandon
edge.
Vecchio.
Brendan Vecchio to make the stop on the outside, as we've seen him do many times.
Yeah, great play by Vecchio there. I mean, Pomeroy, I thought he had the edge, and Vecchio was able to kind of run him down and actually keep him short of the first down. So outstanding work there by Vecchio. But what a beautiful run by Pomeroy. He really showed his wheels on that one.
Picked up about 8 yards on that play. We'll have 2nd and 2. So again, Korah with short yardage on 2nd down.
Second and
See
about
what
1
they go
for
to
Korah.
here. Inside
Big mark off the
handoff.
middle.
Jeez,
Thibodeau
Caleb Thibodeau.
right up the middle
Picks
for
Brought down by
about
committee.
25?
Number 4,
or 30.
Darren Pucci, first one there. He had help from Vecchio.
That's a
And
long
about 4
inside
St.
run
Mary's
for
Knights.
Caleb
First and 10
Thibodeau,
after a good hard run.
and he's just tough to
About
bring
20
down.
yards,
Yeah,
25 yards.
He's built. He's so strong,
And he's
he has
faster than you think he is.
He has the lower body of a football player. You know, like from the waist down, like that is a pure football, right?
And a competitor. He's
Yeah.
always
First and
been a
10 from the
competitor.
54.
And he's tough.
He used to just do quarterback keepers in Sioux Minor.
Yeah. Look at
Thibodeau with the ball again.
Hand off to Thibodeau again.
Close to the first down. I think he might be just shy of
Number
that.
5,
9-yard pickup
Number
on the play
15.
by Thibodeau.
Blair Boudreau,
Funny
91,
story
goal
about,
developed in on the tackle.
Caleb Thibodeau. You know, I've
Second
known
and
the
1 for
Thibodeau
Korah.
family for years. I've coached his brother for years. You know, his dad's a great athlete. Nancy, you know, I've always known Nancy, obviously his mom. So we just did some the Matt Wheaton tournament that they just had, the
Yep,
Memorial tournament. I'll let you
Great
call this.
tournament.
I'll let you call this play, and then I'll finish the story about Caleb.
Byron hands it off. Play comes
off to
left. Barella.
He goes
Barella
wrong. He's met by
makes
number 15,
contact
Blair
with the
Boudreau.
defender, number 15, Blair
Good for
Boudreau.
about 10 yards
Credit to
and
him
another
for
first
standing
down.
in there.
Yeah, what a hit!
But Barella pick up about 13 on the play, and Korah moving the sticks again.
It's also a perfect tackle, right? Head up.
Yep.
You know what?
Yep, absolutely. That's
So-
how we teach it.
So I got a call from Christiane Monaco to come help the moms team, and Nancy Thibodeau.
I saw that.
Yeah, Nancy Thibodeau was on the moms team. Well, during the scrimmage that we had, it was supposed to be touch. Nancy Thibodeau and Anna Karkidi were two of the toughest women I've seen out there, and they were hitting people. And I could see now where Caleb kind of gets his muscle and strength. He definitely gets it
Hand off
from
to
his mom
Pomeroy.
and not his dad.
Pomeroy up the
5-6
middle.
yards.
Gain of 6 yards on the
Carter
play.
Pucci in
And
on
as
the
you were
tackle
telling
for
that
St.
story,
Mary's.
I was thinking 100%. I saw the photo, and I know many of the
Okay.
women on that team,
Yeah.
and I was thinking you were the softest on that
Oh,
team by far. Not,
Yes.
it's not
Oh,
even in
man.
question.
I know.
I'm sure you played quarterback, didn't you?
Oh, God.
Yeah, sat back in the pocket.
I wanted to.
No contact. Yeah, we know.
Yeah. Oh, they were. Yeah.
A little reverse there.
Oh,
and there's
he's
nothing but
gone.
daylight for
Barnabas
Barella,
Weston, Barella
and
goes in.
he's into the
Touchdown,
end zone
Korah.
for the Korah touchdown.
That's the play that they have run for years, right? The Korah has run that little slot counter
Yep.
repeatedly for years, and for some reason, teams just have a really difficult time stopping that play, right?
Well, they set it up with the inside run,
Yeah.
and then boom, comes
Yep.
back the other way, and the defenders bite inside, and you saw there Barella had nothing but daylight
yeah.
for 30 yards, and Barella's in for the touchdown. Korah's up
Tchaikovsky to
13-0. pending the Koski extra point, which is up and good.
And good.
Great kick by Koski. Flag again
Another flag on the play.
the extra point. We saw one on the last extra point too.
That might have been contacting the center.
Yeah, look, that's where the flag came from. It also came from the middle of a lot of testosterone-filled teenage boys.
That's right.
Young men, I should say.
Right. At the end of this game, we will be announcing a player of the game for each team, and we just like to announce that Team Essentials and Domino's Sault Ste. Marie have both agreed to sponsor our high school player of the game program this season. We're thrilled to partner with local businesses to help recognize and reward our outstanding players. The Domino's Sault Ste. Marie has generously provided us with a free medium pizza certificate, along with Team Essentials generously providing a player of the game t-shirt for all recipients of every player of the game that we stream here at Saultsports. So we'd like to thank our sponsors
Waiting to see what
very
the call
much.
is for the penalty.
We'd also like to thank Kiss 100.5. Kiss 100.5 is the biggest hits with the best throwbacks, and it's owned and operated by Rogers Media Incorporated. In my old age, Kevin, I find myself tuning into 100.5 more often than not, and I you know,
Penalty was on St.
I
Mary's.
heard they had a throwback
Kickoff.
show, and they played Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers, and
From St.
that
Mary's
really
50.
made me feel old. So
I would have been right with you on that one.
yeah.
So the penalty is against St. Mary's, and Korah's going to kick off from the St. Mary's side of the center line. An opportunity for the Colts up 14-0 with
Tobacco,
7:49 to go to pin St. Mary's deep,
Another
although they
onside
elect
kick, or short kick.
Another
To
short
kick
kick,
it
and what
short.
a catch!
Caught by number 81.
and that's going to be
Jack
Jack
McPherson.
McPherson with the catch.
Run out of bounds. Looks like number 32.
No surprise, McPherson's got hands. He's
Maverick
part of
Beatty.
that receiving core
Yeah.
that we've been talking about, and brings it down. It's knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line, which is where St. Mary's will start on offense.
And is that the same Jack McPherson who was about as skinny as my pinky finger back in the day?
The one and only.
Yeah, wow, he's he's bulked up a little bit, so nice to see him out here.
Yeah, I was talking to Jack last week, and we talked about the animosity, and it was quite funny because he was talking about the guys on both teams who he knows and is hanging out with, and then he's like, I can't wait till next week. I hate Korah, and I know the Korah guys feel exactly the same way. It's not personal. It's just school to school.
That's
and
right.
And it's great. That's the way it should
Good
be.
hard run by
Absolutely.
Braden Lucci.
Tackle by run by
number 3, Evan
Lutzi.
Novello.
Novello on the tackle. Lutzi picks up about 4 yards on that carry. Good run by Lutzi. Tough run, and a nice finish there by Novello.
Lucci gets about 4 yards, sets up 2nd and 6
Yeah, that's
for
one
St.
thing.
Mary's.
Mary's has had some success on the ground so far. Lutzi, I think they've only ran him 3 or 4 times, but he's got 4 or 5 yards every time he's touched the ball, which is nice. Again, the strength of this team is their wide receivers, so you can see why they're passing. So.
And here's a pass here to the outside to number
Trudeau with a
14,
catch.
Jaden Trudeau, and he's going to be
Makes it almost to
close
the,
to the first
down
down.
line. 51.
Yeah, nice play there by.
Karkidi on the tackle.
That was a beautiful timing route there.
Ethan
That's first down,
Karkidi
St.
makes
Mary's.
the tackle, but Trudeau picks up the first down. St. Mary's moves the chains. So some positive yardage for the St. Mary's offense, and
Yeah, they needed
probably
that.
gives Matty Tucker a little bit of confidence connecting that pass to Trudeau.
Yeah, you'd almost like to see a quick pass out here to Trudeau as Korah's playing so far
Yeah, if they're going to
off.
play that far off, it would make some sense. And that's
what a
almost
play.
picked off.
Pass intended for Daniel Bombacco.
Intended for Bombacco, but the defense
Number
right
6,
there.
Colaruda with a
Incomplete
terrific
pass.
play.
and Colaruda always been
It was a heck of
a solid football
It was a
player.
beautiful
Great
throw there
protection
by
by number
Tucker
6,
as well.
Colaruda.
Absolutely beautiful throw by Tucker.
Aruda just great coverage on that play and up against one of the top receivers in the league. So good for him making that play.
That's right. 2nd down and 10.
And you've, of course, called his brother's name. I'm not sure how many brothers are playing against
2nd
each
10,
other anymore. I know
St.
that
Mary's.
over the years there's been a few. Ethan Aruda, of course, for St. Mary's, and Cole
Pass
for
intended for
That's right.
Trudeau.
Korah.
A little
Trudeau
bit behind him. That'll set up 3rd down for St. Mary's.
not happy about
pass.
that ball. It was thrown a little bit behind him right at the first down marker, and that's going to bring up 3rd down for St. Mary's.
Yeah, you know what? Trudeau, I think, kind of felt like he should have had that ball as he got up a little upset with himself. I mean, throwing a little bit behind him, but definitely catchable ball. So, St. Mary's had an opportunity there and unable to really capitalize. And you have to think this possession here for Korah is massive, right? If they can somehow muster another score here, make this a 3-score game potentially before halftime,
Yeah,
just have to be pretty happy.
Just over 6 minutes remaining, so lots of time for Korah to mount a
bounds.
drive here. That kick out of bounds by Babako, so that's going to give Korah a shorter field than they may have expected. And that ball marked out of bounds at the St. Mary's 52, so Korah going to take possession on the St. Mary's side of center.
Yeah, big missed kick there from Babako, and that's not something we're used to seeing from him, as he's one of the most consistent kickers we've seen at the high school level over the last few years. And some of the bombs he had last year, he single-handedly won football games for St. Mary's last year with his leg, right? So.
Yeah, and he had time on that one. He had time to spin the ball. I watched his technique back there. He did have time, but you wonder if the clock's going in his head, right? Yeah. Because of the pressure he's had early on punts. But Korah, Byron still under center.
Pomeroy.
That's Pomeroy. He's going to pick up
over. Looks like Pomeroy was
3 yards on the play.
He stopped after a short gain
before he tackled by a horde of St. Mary's defenders. I think Landon Trecarton was in there. Nick Carter.
20, Landon Trecarton in on the tackle.
You're talking about Landon's brother Darren earlier in the junior game. And I called it.
Yeah.
Landon's out there on at corner.
And Ethan's playing too.
Right.
So he's playing for Korah too, yeah. Oh, Thibodeau.
Hand off to Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
Owen, you mean. Owen, sorry.
Brandon Vecchio.
Ethan's working the camera up here.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, no, Owen Trecarton.
Owen, sorry, Owen, that's right. Caleb Thibodeau there. I watched that, right? You're running, it's 2nd down and 6. He's running up the middle, and he literally was not touched for 8 yards. Like that's the blocking that Korah
the
has
blocking
going
schemes
right
on the front line. If you're watching and you can see the interior of that line, there's just so much misdirection, and it's really confusing for defenders.
Yeah, another run to the
Hand
outside.
He's run out of bounds.
Number 51, Ethan Karkidi.
Good for her.
Takes out the stick girl. She bounces right back up.
Yeah.
Looks no worse for wear, so that's good. Nice run by Karkidi there.
This summer in Sioux Minor football, there was about an 8-year-old girl who was doing the sticks, and we warned her if anyone came to run away, and she didn't.
Oh, no.
And Kev, she took a hit. She ended up on the track, and I'm not exaggerating. And she got up like nothing happened. She had tears in her eyes.
Put pads on that kid.
But she didn't give up. She stayed in the game.
There's Barella.
Hand off to Barella. He's met
running off tackle to the right. Aruda in there quickly. There's a flag down.
Looks like 93, Nick Carter.
Looked like Barella had enough for the first down.
Yeah.
But we'll see what that flag is about. It was thrown way over here to our left.
I want to see who if the penalty's on Korah, I know who it was on. I could tell you. So I just they might be ejecting somebody.
Is that going to be a?
Because that was on Jacob Brown, I think, again, and that might have been his second penalty. Now he might be out of the game. Or that's a warning for 2, so if he hits one more, he's out of the game.
Okay. Officials going over to the Korah bench to speak to head coach Tom Annett.
Oh, they are pulling him. I think he is ejected.
Well, that'll be a big blow for Korah.
Or maybe if he gets one more, he's ejected.
Yeah, they may be calling him to talk to him, but we'll keep an eye on that. That would be a big loss for Korah.
15-yard penalty against Korah.
It's pretty nice, though, when you can pull out a kid like Jacob Brown and then fill him in with a kid like Ethan Scott.
Yeah. It's embarrassment of riches right now for the Korah Colts program.
So it'll be 1st down and 10. Or, sorry, 2nd down and Wait, what's going on here?
I think they're backing them
Penalty
up.
happened after the first down.
It's
It'll be
after the
first and
first
10.
down, so it's 1st and 10. And they backed
Oh, I
them up
see.
15
From the
yards
same
from
area.
the first down
45
gate.
yard line.
4 minutes and 18 seconds to play here in the second quarter.
And I think St. Mary's questioning, why is it first down?
But it was clearly after the first down, yeah.
I didn't see the infraction, so I couldn't say whether it was after
the play, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And
saw
then
that.
that's the right
Hand
call.
off to Barella.
Barella over the right side, and he's going to pick
Excellent
up
run. Eventually brought down, looks like number
11.
20. Landon to Carton.
Lander to Carton on the tackle.
Another first down for the Colts.
First down, Korah.
So Korah moving the chains and moving ever closer to the St. Mary's end zone. As the clock ticks down to 3:45 to go. Lots of time.
That's the funny thing, eh? You listen to Coach Annett just yell because they just picked up, they just picked up 12 yards on a toss, and Coach Annett's yelling, "You got to make that block." And it's like,
well,
that's the attention to detail that they pay, right?
Well, and it's probably one block that would have sprung for a touchdown, and it doesn't even have to be that. If there's a missed block, he's going to see it and he's going to let
Hand
you know.
off to Barella again.
Oh, Barella takes a shot.
But another
Good
big
yard.
gain by
Number 2,
Barella.
Brandon Vecchio.
I think he picked
Help
up
from a couple others.
about 9 on the play, but a yard short of another Korah first down. So 2nd and 1, and we'll see if the Colts are content to continue the run game here. I'm not sure why they'd move away from it.
Yeah.
St. Mary's having a tough time stopping it.
That's 3-minute warning for half.
3-minute
I
warning.
mean, every time Caleb Thibodeau is averaging, probably 7 yards a carry so far, if
at
not
least,
more. Yeah.
I would say more. He's rattled off a couple of 30-yarders.
That's true, yeah.
And I don't think he's been stopped
they've
for a
run the
loss, but there's
same
Barella.
Hand off to Barella again.
And Barella's
He sees a little bit of daylight.
well downfield.
See, I love that attitude with Coach Annett, though, right? They
Good
haven't
hard
stopped
tackle
this
by
yet.
number 6,
Why
Seamus
not
Harlow.
tell
Stop
anything
it.
different? Yeah.
Another Korah.
Well, and
first
part
down.
of that is, again, we talked about it. We talked about it in junior, and even more so in senior, when with such a small division, only 3 teams, you're going to see them a lot.
That's right.
And why open up the playbook?
Yeah.
And the
Week
first
1.
time you see
That's right.
probably your chief rival here, if they can't stop that play, just keep going to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we might see some Tibbs up the middle here, though. No, it's a rollout
Byron elects to
quarterback
keep it.
boot.
Oh, Byron with a
Comes
nice
back,
move. What a
tackled by
tackle.
number 93.
Great tackle there by
Carter.
Nick Carter. Byron picks up maybe 2 on the play.
Nick Carter is one of the best linemen in Sault Ste. Marie at this level, and he's been pretty quiet so far in this first half. So nice to see him make a big play there and a big stop.
Sets up second down for Korah.
Yeah, a couple of
See if
tackles,
we can
but
get him going a little bit.
yeah, we certainly haven't called his name as much as we might expect. I'm not sure about that play. I don't, they're moving the ball so well, and I know they have
Timeout,
3
St. Mary's.
quarterbacks. I just don't know that I want to roll my quarterback out like that when they haven't stopped the inside run. They haven't stopped the off tackle. There's lots of other plays in the well to go to, but Byron seems to be no worse for wear after taking that shot from Carter.
Yeah, Byron's a tough kid, that's for darn sure. I mean, I've coached every Byron kid that there is, including Liz, so I know the family extremely well. And there's one thing you can say about them is they are a very, tough, strong family. And watching Gabe out here again, it's pretty nice to see. I mean, Gabe played quarterback for me when he was in grade 7, and he did he did really well for us that year. I think we won the league championship with him at quarterback as a grade 7. So it was kind of nice to have and nice to see him out here playing again. He's a good kid.
Yeah, he likes to run the ball too, right?
Oh yeah.
He wants the ball in his hands, and when you've got a quarterback who just hands the ball off, you're not asking them to do too much. Eventually, they're going to get bored, and I think Coach Annett realizes that. He's trying to spread the love around a little bit.
Yeah.
Give everybody a chance to run the rock.
Well, that was the thing with Ryan Barnes even last year, right? Ryan Barnes, it almost felt like a waste playing him at quarterback because he could do so much else at other positions and other spots on the
Second
football
and
field,
about 8
right?
for Korah.
I mean, they won the OFSA, so they were doing something right. But I'm just saying.
That's why we're up here.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you almost felt like you could have used him a little more. And Barella's going to score
Hand
here.
off to Barella
easily.
wide.
It looks like he's going to get that edge. He dives to the corner of the end zone, and he gets
Touchdown,
in
Korah.
for the Korah touchdown. And Korah takes a stranglehold on this game, 20-0
Good hard run by
before
Barella.
the extra point. We're just under 2 minutes to go.
Is Barella
Here, the first half.
Barella only in grade 11?
No, Barella, I believe, is grade. He might be a returnee. He might be overage.
Okay. It's weird with COVID.
I know he's
right?
not in grade 11 because he ran the ball for Korah seniors last year.
Oh, okay. See, when COVID hit, right, we're usually pretty good at knowing who these kids are, what grade they're in, but then, you miss a couple years and you're not sure about any of that anymore.
We are getting a little bit older, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Koski's kick is up and good.
21-0.
And Korah's got a 21-0 lead on the St. Mary's Knights. Surprised?
Yeah, I am actually. I mean, I expected a much closer game in this, and but this is a testament to what Korah does. What we've seen here, I guarantee you, St. Mary's has practiced against numerous times. Right? We haven't seen Korah do anything we haven't seen them not do. Right? This is what they do.
Watch tape from last year, the year before.
This is what they do.
Right.
And the fact, Larry Haler, who just passed away, he was my coach at Western. And Larry Haler, he used to take a lot of flack because, it's Western, same old Western offense. And
I remember.
And Larry Haler used to say to us all the time, he goes, I don't care if they know what we're doing. He goes, I should be able to give the defense our playbook, and as long as we execute, we should be able to run our plays against them. And every time I watch Korah, that's kind of what I think about. I remember Larry Haler saying that to us. Is, you know what we're going to do? I know what we're going to do. I just think I'm better at it than you are.
Right.
And that was his attitude. So
and I think that's Coach Annett's attitude as well. I'll tell you where I've been surprised is the play of the Korah defensive backs.
Kickoff.
Yeah.
I think we've seen
Tobacco
them
and
step up against what we
back
thought
for
and
St.
what I
Mary's.
do believe is a very high-powered St. Mary's passing attack. They just haven't been able to find their groove yet, and part of that is maybe Matty Tucker's inexperience at this level. He'll settle in and complete some more balls as McPherson fields another one.
Jack McPherson
And steps out of bounds at the 43.
By a plethora of Korah Colts, and we do have a flag on the play.
Credit to the defensive backs for Korah. They've done a good job of breaking up what could have been some big plays for St. Mary's.
One thing, though, I'd like to see St. Mary's do is, St. Mary's does have number 10, Nate Carter, who's one of the most dynamic playmakers in this city. And last year he was the league MVP, I believe, in junior. And he is just, there's not many footballs that are thrown to him that he doesn't find a way to come down with. And I don't think he's been targeted yet today. And if he has, we haven't really noticed it.
Penalty is against Korah.
I expect St. Mary's to kind of get Carter involved a little bit more in this offense
penalty
going forward.
Yeah, and I think
First down, St. Mary's.
when you have this much talent,
1:53
one of the
left
challenges
in the
is getting everybody
Getting him on the
involved,
ball,
right?
100%.
But you've got guys who, like you said, he's used to getting the ball.
Yeah.
I watched in SaberCats, he got the ball a lot. When they don't get the ball, they can check out, and so that's the challenge I think for St. Mary's. And there's
that being
said,
Tobacco.
is complete.
My
He gets about 5-6
goodness.
yards. We do have a flag on the play.
Nate Carter just made a block on the outside, and I don't know if I don't know what the call is here, but
So I'll take that back. Apparently Nate Carter has not checked out.
yeah, seriously,
Made a big block downfield on that play, and a nice catch and run by Babacco. Good job of Tucker to get the ball out in space to him.
I like that. You know what? With the way that Korah's defense is set up right here, and with how far off their DBs are playing, I'd almost like to see a slot sweep, right?
Penalties against St.
Yep.
Mary's.
Like run a slot sweep to the outside, get the corner, and you're going to get 5, 6, 7 yards, right?
Is that penalty on that block?
I believe
wonder?
it might have been.
You're counting off a lot of yards. And
10-yard penalty.
10 yards.
So-
It might have been a hold.
Still first down.
That's one of those tough ones, right? Because I think they called blindside block on that, but the player, it's weird, right? It's one of those weird ones where that's the design to block that player, right? And
Tucker in the gun. He's chased out to his right, and he's going to just have to throw that away. And that's
a smart decision.
Very
Tucker
smart.
on
He's
the
done
run.
that a couple of times, made a smart play on the run like that. And we talked about that before the game. Will the St. Mary's O-line be able to contain the Korah defenders and give Tucker time? Not on that play.
I think that he just that play just broke up there, right? As you know, he was running for his life with.
I think
Owen
he saw pressure up the middle right away.
Yeah. And you know what? Give Tucker credit, because you've seen him back in Sioux Minor, and he wasn't known for being, very fleet of foot, but his development over the last few years, I mean, to run and to just working on that footwork has really been impressive.
Yeah, he is showing some speed, although I think
High
I'd be running too.
Yeah.
And that went over Tucker's head.
Tucker falls
It's
on
going to be a big loss on that play.
Touched by number 8, Ethan Scott, for the tackle.
Yeah, that's
16-yard
tough
loss.
there.
So it'll be third and very long. A minute 37 left in this game. Think Colts take a knee here?
No.
Third and
Not a chance.
Not a
No.
chance at all.
That was a rhetorical question.
I know.
It'll be foot on the pedal here.
Oh, yeah. You wonder if they're going to go to the air here, or if they're going to, try and mix it up a little bit. I mean, they have been having huge success, but they've had some decent plays, but they haven't had that big 40, 50, 60-yard play yet, right?
Yeah,
so
we got used to seeing that with Michael Nicoletta in the backfield. He could bust a play
that's
from
a better
anywhere.
Kick, yeah.
That's more Bumbaco-esque.
Yeah.
And not fielded well, but picked up on the bounce.
And fumbled by Dewar, but he picks it up and got
Oh my goodness, Dewar.
Jarrett Dewar, and he has a nice little run back.
Flag.
And there's going to be, I think, a flag on St. Mary's at the end of that play. I'm not sure for what. The only thing I could think is horse collar.
Yeah.
It didn't look like it from here, but again, we're a long way away. So the official was right there to make that call. And if that's a horse collar, that's going to be another. Is horse collar 10 or 15? 15.
Believe, yeah.
We're going to see Korah take over well inside of St. Mary's territory.
So Jet Dewar with he drops the ball, picks it up, does a spin to break a tackle. That's a couple jukes, and then turns it up for about a 20-yard return, 15-yard return.
Yeah, and there's an explosive running back whose name we have not called yet.
15-yard
Horse
penalty
collar.
against St.
What's that?
Mary's.
Who's it?
Jarrett Dewar.
Oh, Dewar, that's right. Sorry,
First
you're
time
right.
he's touched the ball tonight.
100%.
And that's talking about the depth on the Korah Colts,
So I was talking
right?
to his dad today, and his dad told me that, Jet's a backup. And I'm like, Jet's a backup? And then he told me who was playing in front of him, and I was like, yeah, Jet's a backup.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you do, right?
So Korah at the 38-yard line.
Byron elects to keep
And
it.
that's going to be a keeper by Byron.
Originally caught by number 2,
That was
Brandon
a
Vecchio.
real
They're going to
quick
whistle
whistle.
that really quick. And a 3-yard gain by Byron, but very fast whistle.
Very
on
quick
that.
whistle,
And
1:11 to play here in the second quarter.
I can guarantee you if that's Caleb Thibodeau running the ball, that whistle doesn't blow.
Yeah, that's right. Anyone
That's a
other
quarterback
than
whistle.
Yeah, that's a quarterback call.
And I bet Byron wasn't very happy about it
Yeah,
either, because it looked like
seriously.
he had a little more to give there. So under a minute to go. Byron under center is going to hand off to
Hand off
Thibodeau.
to Thibodeau.
Thibodeau is going
He
to find
rumbles
some
hard.
space, make some space, and he's going to run tough for about 10
Brought
yards.
down by host of St. Mary's
That'll be a
Knights.
Colts first down.
I want you to watch this next play and watch whoever the wide receiver is on this side. To say that they aren't even covering him
Would
is
be an understatement.
You got, I think that's Tricarton out here. Landon Tricarton out here. Tricarton's looking
Timeout,
into
Korah.
he's facing inside. The receiver, all he needs to do is take a step this way and then out, and there's no one even near him. But yeah,
Pretty well. Again, we're going to tell you what we're going to do, and then we're going to do it. 50.4 seconds to go. Timeout on the field. I don't think you call a timeout to go into victory formation.
That's right.
So
Absolutely.
I think we can expect
something
some more offensive fireworks for Korah. Coach Annett wants to get some clarification from one of the officials.
Saultsports would also like to thank Q104. Country 104.3 is the first truly local country radio station for Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma. Broadcasting from their Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario studios at Country 104.3 FM, they are committed to serving their listeners with the best local information, fun contests, and entertainment. They will be playing the very best of country music, the artists that you know and love from the charts today and from back in the day. So please tune in to Q104, and we thank them again for their support of high school athletics here in Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah, I appreciate all the sponsors and just that are able to make this happen. I know there's people that tune in and, you know, whether they're afar or they can't get to the game or whatever reason, it's awesome to be able to do this for,
Hand off to
for
Thibodeau
football
again.
here in Sault Ste. Marie. Thibodeau up the middle again.
Gets a few good yards.
Pickup of 9. And
Nick Carter on the tackle.
39.9 seconds. Whistles on the field. Not sure what that is.
Yeah, I don't think it was a timeout. I think the clock was running after the whistle went, so I think they
okay.
blew the whistle. I think he just kept blowing the whistle, and now they're telling him to reset the clock.
Yeah, we're going to need to have 42 seconds back on the clock. Gives the Colts a few more seconds to work with here as they scrimmage from the St. Mary's 18-yard line, 2nd and 2, or a long one maybe. Handoff, I think that's Dewar.
Hand off to Dewar, brought down by
Dewar picks up
Ethan Aruda. Brandon
about
Vecchio.
5 on the play. First down for the Colts, 32.1 seconds remaining. And St. Mary's defense to this point does not seem to have an answer to the core run game. You know, they would love to get a stop here and regroup at halftime, maybe
and you know
change some things up.
We got to talk a little bit about this offensive line, but I see guys out there like I think it's Donovan Matthews and Matthew Muscati
Timeout
Finch
called.
and Marcus Graham.
Yeah, Fincher I coached on the O-line.
Ethan Karkidi.
Yeah. And Marcus Graham, I think I coached in
Adam. Oh, really, eh?
Yeah,
Jonah Pavoni.
Long time ago,
Yeah,
Jonah Pavoni,
not Ethan Karkidi. But those guys, and number 19, Johnny Fillion, who's playing the tight end position, those guys deserve a heck of a lot of credit.
They're doing
for
a
this
job
game,
in there for sure. Handoff to Dewar.
Hand off to Barella.
Oh, Barella, sorry.
And Barella's in again.
Going to get the corner, although there is a flag.
I'm not sure what that flag's going to be.
It was late. It came out as he crossed the line.
So it's an illegal block in the back.
It was not signaled, but we do have a flag on the play.
I think it was after the first down.
Yeah, the flag seemed to come out simultaneously as he crossed the goal line. So, yeah, it probably later in the play. We'll see what that does. 16.9 seconds to go here in the first half. And that's, at the very least, going to move Korah back.
Yeah.
And maybe.
So it'll be first down and 21? First down and 20. Sorry.
First down and 20. And
Penalty against
barring a big play, may set up an opportunity for a Koski field goal attempt.
Yeah.
The penalty after
Which I'd like to see.
First down.
Can't remember the last time we would have saw a field goal in junior and in senior.
But
we'll
see. We're going to play from scrimmage here, and Korah's going to try to.
And there it is, wide open.
Going to pass.
Just like I talked about.
And wide open
Ethan Scott wide
to
open
Ethan Scott.
Yeah.
And you talked about Ethan Scott playing some tight end.
Yeah, that's
there it is.
Right. There it is. Ethan Scott was just untouched.
And St. Mary's left him all alone.
That's the defense, though, right? What are you going to do, right? You got to pick your poison, and on that one, they just picked wrong.
Is that that's not the first pass?
First pass they thrown today.
They haven't thrown a short one even?
I don't think they have.
Very few of them, anyways, and that's what happens, right? You get lulled to sleep on that defense in that defensive linebacking and defensive back core, and you're looking to stop the run. You're looking inside, and next thing you know, there's Ethan Scott wide open in the back, front of the end zone, makes you pay.
Yeah.
Koski with another extra point.
Deep extra point, my goodness.
Kick is up and good.
So with 11.8 seconds remaining, the Korah Colts up 28-0 on St. Mary's.
I could tell you this. I was at St. Mary's earlier today with a client of mine, and the feel around the school was, Korah's the team to beat. They've been around. They've had a difficult time with Korah in the past, but there was a real belief at that school that they had a shot, right? That they, not necessarily that they had a shot to win, but that they had a shot to really compete. So this is kind of a big surprise, I think, for a lot of people, and including that St. Mary's bench. And it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of react at halftime, or how they come back out of this after halftime.
Yeah, I know just from talking to some of the players that, there was that belief that St. Mary's had a team that was going to compete this year. Like you said, I don't think they were feeling overconfident. I don't think they were expecting to run the table, but believed that they were going to hang with this Korah team and give them some fits, and it's hasn't proven to be the case so far. I like you, I'm interested to see what kind of adjustments get made at halftime. I'll tell you who wasn't surprised, and it's anybody in the gray and gold.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know. I
short kick again.
I believe
22.
I believe wholeheartedly that Korah heard all the talk this year, and this was they've used that to their kind of advantage, right? As
looks like
really?
55 Metcalf on the tackle. 5 seconds left in the half. Enough for St. Mary's run.
Funny though, we talked about that though, and as good as this team looks right now, we have to keep in mind they are a young team. I would have loved to see them play the last year's team play Huronia, right? Or this team next year play Huronia.
Oh, Huron Heights.
Or Huron Heights, sorry. And it's going to be a great experience for these young athletes to go out there and play against that team. But yeah, it would have been fun to see how they do against them, right?
Yeah, and that Huron Heights team, again, coming in number 1 in the province, number 1 in the country right now. Korah ranked number 3 in the province. Should be a pretty good game
offside
next
Korah.
weekend. You looked surprised when I said that.
Korah was ranked number 3 in the province?
Yeah, yes.
Who does the rankings?
5-yard penalty.
I believe it's Canada Football Chat rankings.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then. Yeah.
So, yeah, and it's hard to say, right?
Oh, for sure.
You've got teams that don't play each other. They play in different divisions. They may never play each other.
Exactly.
So impossible to really rank them, but it makes it fun and interesting.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
And it's cool that a team from Sault Ste. Marie has finally got a little bit of clout.
There's a nice
them.
throw.
Yeah, what a
Matty Tucker looking deep.
Hauls that in.
He holds
Great
it in.
toss by Matty Tucker.
Yeah.
And that's going to give him some confidence.
Good for
Last play of the first half, so
down.
really a meaningless play. But I think for Tucker, that's going to be a big one. And for the whole St. Mary's team and offense, and nice to see Bumbaco reel one in
Try and gain
before
some
halftime.
momentum, absolutely.
So we got 28-0 on the board for the Colts as we head to halftime. Kevin Hemsworth here with Tony Bonifero at Superior Heights Field. We'll be back with second half action in about 15 minutes. Join us then.
That looks like half.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Superior Heights Field here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Week 2 of the Sault Ste. Marie City High School football schedule, and it's Korah Colts up big against the St. Mary's Knights, 28-0 score at halftime. And Bono, what do we see there in the first half? How did the score get to be what it is?
Yeah, you know what? I think it goes back to, we kind of talked a little bit about this at halftime. I think it comes back to what we mentioned in the first half, right? Korah just knows how to win, right? And Korah knows what they're doing. And I think St. Mary's has to kind of learn that, right? And St. Mary's has to learn, you know, you have to do more than just kind of talk about it, right? And I think that first half was a learning experience for this St. Mary's team.
Ready for the second half.
And, you know, St. Mary's, they're extremely well coached. They have a ton of talent. I suspect that, I fully expect to see a more confident, better execute. I think they're going to execute better in this half, and I think they're going to make a few adjustments as well. So I look for St. Mary's to kind of have some pushback here in this half, absolutely.
Kickoff to McPherson. He's going to get the ball over the 30 before he's taken out of bounds by number 55 for Korah. That's Jack Metcalf.
And you know, on the flip side, Korah just does what Korah does. I mean, you and I talked about this at halftime too. I think Korah's run maybe 5 plays this entire
First
game.
First and 10 St. Mary's.
And it's like, you know, listen, we know what we're going to do. You know what we're going to do. But
about their 32
stop us if you can, right? Until you stop us, doesn't really matter. So I think Coach Annett has to be absolutely thrilled with that first half of football. That's what he expected.
Yeah, and I don't think he's too surprised about that first half of football. Probably less surprised than most. We did see a flash of what we had sort of expected from St. Mary's right at the last play before halftime with Tucker connecting with Daniel Bombacco. Nice throw by him. Nice catch by Bombacco. Good coverage on the play, but Bombacco came down with the ball. And, that's sort of what we were expecting coming into this game. And I wonder, as St. Mary's gets under center here, if we're going to see some more of that to open the second half. Yeah. I hope so.
And it was a great throw by Tucker, too.
It was an excellent throw. Tucker back. He's going to get it out quick to the flats. And that goes in and out of the hands of Caden McInnes.
Caden McInnes through his hands, incomplete.
But see, that's the play we talked about before, right? If they can make that quick pass to the receiver, you make one block. The other 2 DBs are 15, 20 yards off the ball. There's room there to make a play, right? And I like that play call there by the coaching staff. Just need to execute a little better.
Yeah, I like that call too, and I think the ball was there. Receivers got to make sure they squeeze those, and I'm sure they'll settle down and reel those in as the half goes on. Tucker back to pass again. He's going to go out to the left side again.
Oh, he's got him.
And he's got a streaking Bombacco, and he looks to be gone, but caught up and tackled.
A huge gain for St. Mary's.
And that's going to be a flag against
No flag on that. I can't believe there's not a flag on that play, but a little extracurricular after the whistle. Bombacco didn't like getting reeled in from behind. Who was that on the tackle?
Cole Aruda chased him down and made the tackle.
Lucas Malcolm.
I thought it was Cole. No, it was
on the catch.
It was
on the tackle.
I thought it was. I definitely thought it was Cole Aruda.
Who was it?
Cole
87-yard passing play for Daniel Bombacco from Matty Tucker. Sets up 1st and 10.
So that was the nicest ball Tucker's throwing today. That's for sure. He threw that one on a rope.
Fireworks between Bombacco and Aruda. They'll talk about that at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the family dinners.
Hand off to number 5, Braden Lutzy.
Lutzy
he gets a few
with
yards
the carry.
Before being brought down.
Gain
number 59, Owen Trecarton in on the tackle.
4 or 5 maybe on that play. St. Mary's got something going here early, and that's the kind of air raid offense we thought we would see. And I mentioned it right off the top, and right away, Tucker finds Bombacco on the fly. Great ball by Tucker.
Beautiful throw. Like, couldn't have made that throw any nicer.
Hit him in stride, and here's Tucker again. He's going to throw it out. Same
Tucker
thing.
Looking to the end zone.
And that one
what an interception. Are you kidding me?
End zone.
Oh, my goodness.
And is that Aruda?
Oh. Wow.
Looks like number 14, Ethan Carbone with the pick
Carbone
in the end zone.
Comes up with the interception for Korah.
Interception by Carbone. And you know what? He was the best, arguably the second best wide receiver in junior last year. So that catch doesn't surprise me. But
Pass is intended for number 14,
unbelievable.
Jaden Trudeau.
That was
Carbone
about
comes down with it. Korah will
an
take
inch,
over.
maybe 2 inches away from being a touchdown.
Yeah.
You know, if
absolutely.
Carbone doesn't high point that ball and go up and get it, it's Bambaco's in for a TD there, and St. Mary's has some momentum. But that is just a killer.
I'm gonna watch that one again when we go home and watch the tape because, man, oh man, Ethan Carbone, what a play! And again, that was a nice throw by Tucker. I mean, that was just a heck of a play by Carbone.
Yeah, that's a tough one to put in the INT column if you're Tucker.
Oh,
that was a pretty well thrown ball.
Yeah.
And Carbone just made a play. So Korah now, direct snap to
Whistle
Thibodeau.
down right away, flag on the play.
And we're going to have flags down. So the 1st and 10 direct snap to Thibodeau. We haven't seen that yet.
No, first time. Oh, Derbolka is down for the Knights. He's gripping his arm, I think.
We do have an injured player on the field, so there will be an injury timeout.
Now, was that a flag or was that?
It was a flag on Korah for, I believe it was a false start.
Okay, well, we're going to take a short break. We got an injury on the field. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Physical activity, including athletics and organized sports, plays an important role in the lives and education of students. As well, it contributes to their positive health and well-being while also providing a source of enjoyment and entertainment. To enhance the opportunities for families to view their children engaging in athletic activity, the ADSB has partnered up with Saultsports.com to stream secondary football, basketball, volleyball, and hockey games as a pilot for the 2022-2023 season. Head over to Saultsports.com to see what games we are streaming next and to support and encourage your child's engagement in physical activity. Physical activity, including athletics and organized sports, plays an important
from Korah.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be 1st and 15 for Korah after the penalty. Kian Derbolka, the injured Knight, on the play. And there's a direct snap. Looks like, is that Barella or Dewar?
It's number 5.
Good run by number 5,
Oh.
Gabe Byron.
That was quarterback Gabe Byron.
Seamus Parlow in on
We
the
haven't
tackle,
seen
number
Byron
6.
in the shotgun like that.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's a new look for the Colts to start the second half. They went direct
Decent game,
snap
sets up second down.
You know what?
to Thibodeau, and then Byron taking the shotgun snap.
I think St. Mary's coaching staff and players deserve a heck of a lot of credit, though. I mean, you come out, you're down 28-0. You have a terrific first drive. And again, that you can't fault anybody on that play except that was just a nice football play by Carbone, right? And and you know what? That's what you want to. That's what you like to see. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, a little fire in the belly for the Knights, and coming out and attacking that Colts defense and showing us what we expected to see earlier on. It'll be interesting if they're able to keep that pace up.
So it looks like there was another penalty called there against Korah, eh? Not exactly sure what that might have been.
Yeah, Korah now backed all the way up. Looks like they're on
Penalties
their
against
1
Korah.
yard line.
Puts them all the way back on their goal line, looks
Yeah,
like.
I didn't exactly see what it was
How many
either.
penalties has Korah had tonight? Coach Annett is not going to be pleased with the lack of discipline.
And it looks like we have actually a fan injured down here.
A lot of activity in the stands tonight, Bono.
Yeah, it's wild and crazy out there. That's for darn sure.
It's we saw a little bit of this in the hockey finals last year, and of course it was a packed house at the basketball final, as you know.
I saw that.
And it's nice that the kids are out supporting their schools, but we hope they keep it respectable and civilized.
Short gain.
Short gain
So
there.
that'll be
Sets up second down.
second and long here. What do you think the play call is? You think they'll throw a pass out here?
No, I think it's going to be a run play.
Thibodeau up the middle or Barella to the outside?
I think either's a good option, but we're going to see, a little misdirection
Reverse
in the
to
backfield.
Barella. He's got some
Barella's
room.
got a bit of room. He's going to get it out to about the 20, maybe just past.
Tackle by number 74, Ethan Aruda, number 2.
Ethan Aruda
Braden Vecchio
and Vecchio make the stop.
sets up third and long.
Yeah, nice play there by Barella, though.
And now you got to think that Korah is going to punt this ball away deep in their own end. I didn't see anybody coming on the field for Korah, but now we see.
The thing about Barella, though, that's fast. Barella he looks like he's going 1,000,000 miles an hour, right? His legs are so
Roadrunner
fast.
legs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And St. Mary's, just to show their team speed on defense, kind of broke
Are
that
they running
down,
a play
right?
here? Yeah.
No,
just
that's a little
pooch,
squib kick like they've done
pooch punt,
A
before.
little bit of a squib kick.
Off in and out
Picked
of the
up by number
hands of
21, Nicholas Vecchio.
He finds a little
He gets
seam.
Gains about 10 yards after initial contact.
Vecchio advances the ball to the 45-yard line of the Colts, and that's where St. Mary's will start good field position for the Knights.
Yeah, St. Mary's with their best starting field
Number
position of the
60,
game
Spencer Hendrick in on the tackle.
of the evening. So they'll be starting off from the Korah Colts 45-yard line. First and 10 with 7:58 to play here in the third quarter.
So nothing comes of the interception, the fantastic play, other than, it wasn't a St. Mary's touchdown, which it would have been, certainly.
St. Mary's.
But no
From the 49-yard
points for
line.
Korah off the turnover, and St. Mary's with the ball in good field position.
Again, I'm shocked that we haven't seen Nick Carter, with a target here yet today.
Now we have 5 receivers to Matty Tucker's left, just the single wideout Trudeau on his right, and that's where he's going to go. And that's going to be picked up. In and out of the hands.
Incomplete, defended by number 10.
Nice defensive play there by McGregor.
Logan McGregor almost picked
Second
that
and 10.
off.
Yeah, that's just a timing route there. And, McGregor deserves a heck of a lot of credit because McGregor read the post and McGregor beat Trudeau to the spot. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, and Tucker's got to get that ball up a little bit. Trudeau, much taller than McGregor. If he gets a little air under that, lets Trudeau go out and get it. And there's a pass out
on the
wide
corner route.
to Bambaco.
13, Daniel Bambaco, he holds it in.
That is a difficult throw and maybe a tougher catch.
First down.
Yeah. What a great play there by St. Mary's. And
and
almost impossible to defend.
That's right. That's nothing you can do there. That was a beautiful throw, beautiful pass.
The corner route there by Bambaco and Tucker connects. Great play by St. Mary's. Again, this is what we thought we would see early on. And St. Mary's starting to find their groove a little bit, and I think the Korah bench realizes it, and we've got a timeout by the Colts. So this looks a little bit more like what we had imagined we would see.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if we continue to see it, I think we're going to see the score start to change. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Mary's can get on the board here, they did a great job of stopping Korah last time they had the ball, and they've shown that they have an ability to move the ball up and down the field here. So nice adjustments by the St. Mary's Knights at halftime. Quickly, though, before we get back into this, Saultsports would also like to thank the Elite 8 Basketball Academy. The Elite 8 Basketball Academy, which was started in 2022, had the vision to improve the level of basketball here in Sault Ste. Marie and the Algoma District through multiple programs. Their passionate and qualified coaches, mentors, will not only teach the physical skills to improve in the game of basketball, but more importantly, they train the mind in the way basketball decisions. They train the mind in the way of basketball decision training, which is a necessary skill set to excel at the next level.
6:55 left in the third quarter.
I can speak to some people who have been to that Elite 8 basketball academy. They said nothing but great things about it. So
inside the Korah
if your
20.
kids are into basketball, take a look at it and see if it's a good fit for you.
Short run.
Inside handoff there
By number 5,
to Braden Lutzy. And I can attest to that. My daughter and my son both attended the Elite 8 Basketball Academy in the summer, and Ryan and crew do a great job with the kids. So St. Mary's knocking on the door now.
2nd down and 10.
Gonna have to convert on this to keep this drive going and crack the goose egg. Tucker in the shotgun, drops back,
Second
gets
down,
the ball out
pass
quickly.
intended.
Oh, there
Number
could have been a
10.
I
Nate
think
Carter.
they're ruling that uncatchable, but looked like some definite
took a little bit of
hand
a bump
play there.
Yeah.
Nate
Carter definitely
Good
got
bump
bumped,
and
and
run
he's
on the
asking the
defense.
official about it.
Sets
But
up third down.
I think if Tucker would have, if the ball was a little better throw in there, I think
He could have drawn
Carter
that
could have drawn the
yeah.
flag a little bit easier, but
Tucker had pressure coming up the middle.
That's right.
He had to deliver that a little bit early, and it sailed on him a bit. So third down,
big
and
third down here.
I like the call.
Me too.
St. Mary's going to go for it. A hard count here, maybe.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a timeout.
Another timeout.
Some early
for
timeouts.
St.
We're only
Mary's.
6 minutes, the midway point here of the third quarter, and we've had timeouts. Is it the third timeout?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it St. Mary's second timeout, and Korah's had one?
Pretty close, which I have to work at 11 tonight, so hopefully hopefully we're out of here at a decent time. But
Somebody let the coaches know. No more timeouts.
I know.
Mom's gotta go to work at 11.
I know.
But you got to imagine the tone over there in that St. Mary's huddle is a little bit different right now than it was towards the end of that first half. You could see the heads hanging at halftime, and but they turned that around, and I think that there's a feeling over there now that they can run and gun.
Yeah, no question. And they've had
Korah.
much better protection so far this half too, if you've noticed. Like the protection's been. Tucker's had some time. He's been able to get some throws out.
Yeah. And we'll see. I might go that corner route again.
Seems to be the play they've had some success with.
It's a tough ask to be consistent on that, but that last one was just a beautiful ball and over the shoulder catch by Bumbacco.
They've completed that pass a few times so far here today. That was the same play that they completed right before halftime.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll see what.
Well, Trudeau just had a helmet issue, so Jaden Trudeau he grabbed a helmet off of one of his teammates on the sidelines, and he's back out to take his spot.
That's going to be some number confusion over there. Yeah. St. Mary's has the numbers on the sides of their helmets. So 3rd and 10. St. Mary's in the shotgun, empty backfield, and there's that throw to the corner.
Oh,
off of his
what
hands.
a play. They are throwing a flag on that.
Be a flag.
Trudeau, incomplete, but we do have a flag.
Jeez, talk about Jaden Trudeau. He really tried to high point that football. And you have two officials over there chatting about that now.
Yeah,
I don't understand how the official
closest to it didn't throw the flag, but the one further
but the one furthest away that does.
I don't even want to say, like, it looked like pretty good defense, but we are a long way away. So I won't even pretend that I could make that call from here. It sure looked like that was going to be a pass interference call on the defense, though, unless there was a grab earlier on. But on the offensive side, who knows? But the flag came late.
I think they're picking up the flag, actually.
Are they? So they've talked it over and decided that no, there was not.
Oh, you have the St. Mary's bench is not happy. Not happy at all.
And you can't blame them. I mean, I think I'd be a little upset if they picked up a flag on a 3rd and 10 play.
There's 2 penalties on the play. Net gain of 5 yards for St. Mary's. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Oh,
so
okay.
Replay the down 5-yard That's interesting. I don't
I'm
know
not
what,
even sure how that makes sense, but
maybe a hold on. Maybe it was a
Would it have
hold
to been a
away from the
hold?
play on St.
Yeah.
Mary's and then a pass interference. And
That's right.
Wouldn't you think?
yeah,
Is it first down?
No, they called it's third
No, it's
down
third
and
down.
5, so they got half the distance.
Okay. I thought the PI would have been an automatic first down. Anyway,
Yeah,
that's why the officials call it and not us.
that's right.
But St. Mary's with another opportunity.
Oh,
Tucker
geez.
gets pressure up the middle.
What a move by Tucker.
He slips it.
What a
Out
throw.
to
And
his
he's got
right.
guys out
He's
there.
got a
and
guy
I
in the
think he's-
corner. And
No,
he's
out
ruled
of
out of
bounds.
bounds.
Caught, but not.
He's ruled out of
The
bounds.
pass
It's
was
not a bounce.
caught by, I believe, is that number 10, Nate Carter? I'm trying to get a number.
Korah will take over
I
deep in
believe
their own
that
end.
is Carter.
I don't
who hauled
know.
that
he,
in.
He was, he,
Yeah,
Excellent
It's
scramble
really
by
tough.
Matty Tucker to get
Really
the ball.
tough.
again, it's a long
Up
way
here.
away from us.
it definitely
It
looked
looked
he had
like
a foot
toes
in
might
bounds.
have got down
Just
there,
out of
but
bounds.
It's only 1 foot, isn't it, in this league?
yeah, but he may have had one in and one
That's what it
out.
looked, it
That's
definitely
possible.
looked like he had one in.
I
but-
agree with you. The other one may have been down. The official was right there,
yeah, he was. We'll have to.
and he had a clean look. There was nobody in the way. But
Did? So, talking to Jay Houselander in studio, Jay watched the replay and he had 1 foot in, absolutely. So,
did he have 1 foot out?
doesn't matter. You could, yeah. No, he had the 1 foot in, I think, first.
Huh. So that's
Good hard
interesting.
run.
Tough break there by the.
Yeah, that is
You know.
a
Good
tough break
solid
for
game.
St. Mary's. Either way, it's a tough break.
You know what, though?
93
I tell you, though, NFL refs
Or
get
Nick
a
Carter on the
lot
tackle.
of, they get a lot of criticism, right?
Keeper by
Some
Dave
of the
Byron.
things, some of the calls that they make correct on the field that are so darn close on those catches, you know,
Yeah.
like how do you look at if they're catching the ball and foot down and
Yep.
everything all in,
When they
it's
have possession in
impossible.
real time
In
and-
real time, it's
yeah.
impossible. It's so difficult to do. So
Yeah, it is not an easy thing, but you can understand the frustration
Yeah.
on the St. Mary's bench. Looking for something, anything to light that spark.
Coach Monaco is asking the officials why that wasn't a pass interference call with the screening of a guy, and and Coach Monaco is extremely animated over there.
And he is not routinely an animated
Yeah,
person. I don't think people describe Jim as animated
That's
very
right.
often, but
Yeah.
but he is certainly being animated right now in his dialogue with the officials.
And you have 2 of them over there giving two coaches.
And they are not strangers to each other.
No, absolutely
They have
not.
shared many a
Yes.
football field,
Yeah.
these officials and coaches. So, but yeah, you feel for the St. Mary's coaching staff and players. I mean, that's such a close call, and in a game where they need a break and they don't get it.
And they don't get it. That's right.
And
you know what? I think
and a pretty good ball too.
You're right,
Let's
yeah,
not lose that
absolutely.
in the.
We talked about Tucker looking a little bit nervous at the beginning of the game. I think he's really come into his own in this second half. He has thrown some outstanding footballs, and his stats might not show it, but again, you can't really fault him for that one interception. And that play he just made, when he rolled out to the right, was outrunning about 5 guys
on the run.
and throws a
Yeah.
beautiful ball where
right,
only
looks like
his player
second
could have
and
caught
5.
it.
Yeah.
For Korah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, a lot of positives to take away. It's
For sure.
it's easy for us up here to say that, right?
Yeah.
And having coached and been around the game
Nick
a lot,
Carter.
it's a lot harder for teenagers
That's
staring
right.
at a 28-0
Immediately on the
to
spot.
take a positive
That's
away,
right.
right? But
and
Tackles
there's
Caleb Thibodeau, I
there's,
think, behind the line of scrimmage.
And there's Nate Carter again with an unbelievable play. I mean, he is one of the best, or Nick Carter, sorry, with an unbelievable play in the backfield. He tackled Caleb Thibodeau in the backfield. When's the last time we've seen that?
Yeah, we
or
haven't-
said that.
haven't seen that very often. So it's third
Third and 5.
down and
We'll call
5 for Korah. Again, pinned in their own end zone, which has been the story here in the second half for the Colts. They're looking to get out of the shadow of their own goalposts.
Yeah, St. Mary's has definitely made some adjustments on their defensive line. There's no question.
We expect a squib kick there from Thibodeau.
Oh, nice catch on the run.
Caught on the
Daniel
fly by
Babako.
Babako.
He's
and
gone.
He is
What a move.
Going to make one move, and he's going to go to the house.
St. Mary's.
And you know, you play in the shadow of your own end zone for long enough against a highly talented group of wide receivers and punt returners, and that's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Bumbacco fields that on the fly, and good job by him to get under that squib kick. Not a lot of air under that. Fields it at about the 45, if I'm not mistaken, and he had to take it all the way to his right, one cut back on a defender, and he's into the house.
Yeah, what a move once he got that football. You know, that plant that foot, put a move on the last defender back there. So outstanding play there by Daniel Bumbacco. One thing the most impressive thing is how he kind of caught that ball in the air, right? That
on
was
the
a
fly,
tough one. He caught it on the fly, with his momentum going, and nice play.
And now he's going to
got a kick.
Asked to kick the extra point. And I didn't catch who the defender was on that, but you know what? That's a real tough ask.
Oh yeah.
In open space against a player
Bumbacco's kick is up
who's going to make most people miss.
Korah.
So it's 28-7 for the Colts now. St. Mary's on the board as it's sort of the start that they were looking for here in the second half. If you're the St. Mary's coaches, you want to put that first half behind you and go out and try to win the second. They're up 7-0.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, this is what you wanted. Basically, you're coming into this second half. You almost want to treat it like a separate game. And it's not like Korah's doesn't have their starters out there. Korah's still playing their starters. And so far, if you're St. Mary's, you're winning the second half 7-0, right? That's the way you got to look at it. And it's a good start for them, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I think Korah is probably going to be not happy about giving up the 7 points, but happy to get a little space between them and their own end zone. You take on a little bit of a different mentality when you're playing offense under your own goalposts. You're in that I don't want to make a mistake mode.
That's right.
Versus attack mode, which is what they are normally in. So we'll see how they respond here after the score by the Knights.
And that being said, too, we can't not talk about the St. Mary's defense in the second half. It's not like their offense has been out there the whole time, right? St. Mary's defense has come out in this half and stuffed Korah the 2 times they've had the football. And, with penalties and things like that, I would say they have a net negative yards, in the second half.
Oh, absolutely. With penalties, absolutely.
Yeah, with penalties, Korah. So
and that's I think one of the big stories here.
Yeah.
If this game ends up being closer than it is right now, and it's only 28-7. Let's not talk about it like it's over.
Yeah.
St. Mary's with momentum, down 3 scores, but the undisciplined play of Korah, didn't hurt them in the first half, but it's really hurting them here in the second so far.
Can you, Mary's gets a quick stop here, and they get the ball back, and they put up another score. You better watch out. I think we're going to have a new football game.
He's got a nice little run. Tackle by number 20.
Umbrella does a good job of catching that one on the fly and returning it to the 40, and we've got some extracurriculars back at the 20, and I have a feeling that's going to go both ways.
Smart play by Bumbacco to just kind of get in there and break that
We
up.
do have flags on the play.
Saw 27. I think that's Nathan Palmer for St. Mary's, and I wasn't.
Number 8?
Was it Ethan Scott?
Was it Ethan Scott or 20? I saw a 22 out there too, but I don't know.
I don't have a 22. So. Not sure who the Korah player was, but it certainly looked like it was mutual.
Yeah, for sure. That's one of those ones where
I'd be surprised if there wasn't a flag on both sides there.
Could there be an ejection? Right, that's the only other question.
Right, and that's probably what they're talking about. Is how far did it go? I don't
think it went that far of an ejection. You really hope you don't see that here.
No, but emotions have been running high and on the field and in the stands, and sometimes that's one way for the officials to cool things down. Speaking of ejections, have we seen Jacob Brown back in the game since he left earlier?
I don't think so.
So we don't know for sure what the situation is there, but I don't believe we've seen him back on the field.
So it looks like there will be likely an ejection here.
Officials going over to talk to the benches.
they're going to talk to the St. Mary's bench. So
and this will only add
to
the St. Mary's bench
frustration.
frustrations with the officials. And you can't really, I don't think you can blame the officiating crew for wanting to settle things down.
Oh,
a little
absolutely not. Yeah.
You know,
There's
it's a
a
long
warning.
season.
I think they're giving a warning here to both benches. They've talked to Coach Monaco, and are they going over to talk? Yeah, they're going over to talk to Coach Nanit as well. So it's a beautiful night here, though, Kevin, in the Sioux. I mean, it's for mid-September, pretty fortunate that we could still be out here if we wanted to in potential shorts and flip-flops.
One of us is in flip-flops.
Yeah.
We'll let the audience guess who that might be.
I'll tell you this, though. When's the last time you've seen mid-September and our leaves haven't really necessarily started to change color yet?
Yeah, it's been a pretty good
It's been awesome.
pretty good September.
Yeah, usually you start to see them change in early August or mid-August, and yeah, we've been pretty fortunate. So
Well, the folks tuning in from Newmarket will probably be happy to hear that.
Yeah, for
making
sure.
the trip up for the next 2 weekends.
Yeah.
Not sure how much longer it'll last, but
Hey, you know what? If they're coming up here, maybe we want a snowstorm, right? Give us that. Neutralize it a little bit.
yeah, it snows in Newmarket too. I can assure you.
Oh, it can't snow that much.
I don't think we played in any snow games when I coached at Huron Heights. But
Yeah.
Korah under center. That's Byron. He hands off. Big hole out on the left side. Barella. Couple of players miss, and Barella, big contact there with number 54, Kyle Scarfone.
What a head by Scarfone.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Scarfone was the quarterback of this St. Mary's team last year, was he not?
Yeah. And he could play. I think he's the backup again this year, but Scarfone, he's an athlete. He can play. But Barella, the speed that he has is just unbelievable. He goes from 0 to 50 in 2.2 seconds, it feels like.
And I want to draw attention. That's the backside guard, I think, pulling on that play, kicking out the corner.
Yeah.
Who is that? That's a long way to go for
that's true.
An offensive
First
lineman.
and 10, Korah.
And who was that?
I'm going to guess it was
Number 99, Grant Mathewson on the tackle.
I think it was Scaglione.
Okay.
But that
No, help
on
from
that
number
play,
91.
if you watch
Noah
that blocking
developed
develop, you saw how big that
Good hard
hole
run by
was.
Thibodeau.
It's a seal block and then a kick out by the guard.
Yeah.
So Korah picks up a couple on first down, and it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Colts into St. Mary's territory. 2:55 remaining here in the third quarter. Byron under center. Handoff. He's going to roll out. Good block on the outside. Byron's got to cut it up. And he's going
by
to
Mathewson again.
get maybe one before Grant Mathewson takes him down.
Looks like 74.
Byron had 3 receivers. But he had no time to throw the ball. That's not his fault. That's good defense by the Knights, right? If you're going to bring the house every play, you do it like that.
You better get pressure.
Yeah, and they did a good job there.
Because if the quarterback ends up with time, you're going to be in trouble.
You're going to be in real trouble.
I'm sure they'll watch tape later and note that.
So it looks like Korah is – I don't know what Korah's going to do here. It's tough to tell, right? They've run that little pooch kick with Thibodeau quite a bit.
3rd and long for Korah.
Thibodeau could also take that ball and run for 20 yards.
Yeah.
As we've seen. And
that's
what they're going to try to do.
And he's –
I think St. Mary's has stopped him.
He's real close. It's all going to depend on the spot, to be honest.
I don't think he got it. I think the foot's
not sure
down
on the tackle.
Just
he's short.
Right at
He's
the
absolutely
25,
short.
and he's a yard short.
St. Mary's takes over on
so
down.
Another momentum swing here for St. Mary's. Defense bends but doesn't break, and they get a turnover on downs with 1:48 left in the third quarter. And we'll see this rejuvenated St. Mary's offense go to work.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch, see what they do here. I expect if you're St. Mary's, you've had success on those deep passes. You've had success throwing to the outside. I expect to see that again here because, again, if they can get a score here, they're right back in this football game.
2 safety look for Korah. And we got some movement on the line, but no snap. Quick ball out
Pass for
to
Daniel
Bambako in the
Bambako.
flats. He makes a Korah player miss, and he's going to get taken out of bounds
He goes
at the
downfield,
48-yard line, and
10,
that's
25
going to draw a
yards.
flag.
We do have a penalty flag down.
So tack 15 on to the end of that one. And the
26, Lucas Malcolm on the tackle. We do have a flag on the play.
Lucas Malcolm just kind of slung Bambako out of bounds there.
Yeah, I feel like if you're St. Mary's, you can run that play repeatedly because they're running the cover 2. They're playing their corners 15 yards off the ball. You know, that we talked about that. That little area is open all day long.
Yeah, with receivers as skilled as St. Mary's, if you're going to run that cover 2, you almost want your corners up in more of a press coverage, and the safeties have to come over and help. But
That's
then
right.
when you're running
Looks
6
like
wide
unnecessary
receivers,
roughness
you're
to
leaving the
tackle.
middle open, so it's
it's tough.
but
Tough to
that's
cover.
exactly what
15
St. Mary's
yards
wants
on
to do,
25
right?
yard
They
catch
want
by
to
Bambako.
force them to
First and 10, St. Mary's.
force that
from
Korah
about the
backfield
Korah
to make a gamble.
That's right.
The handoff.
Another nice run by
To number
Lucy.
five.
Hand off to
Lutzi.
Lutzi. He runs hard. Good solid
Lutzi's
5 yards.
Going to pick up half of the distance to the first down marker. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Oh, I think you only
Tackle by number
three.
56.
3 or 4. Oh, yeah, you're
Drew
3 or 4.
Esposito.
I mean, yeah. Well, yeah, you know, you're right. Only 3. Last time I listened to Phil.
Oh, I know. Phil gets a little extra excited sometimes.
Well, his son is on St.
That's
Mary's,
right,
so
yeah. His son's
you can
tearing up the game.
hardly
so.
blame him.
Yeah.
Matty Tucker, empty backfield. Quick pass out to Bambako again.
Bambako
And again
with the
makes a
catch
couple
again.
miss.
Scoops up the middle.
And he's going
Runs
to
for
get
a
taken
first
down
down.
after the first down. Colaruda there
Tackle by number 6.
on the stop.
Colaruda.
Geez, I want to be a fly on the wall at the next Bambako or Ruda
Family gathering.
Family gathering.
Yeah, they compete when they're on the field against each other, don't they?
Yeah, oh yeah.
There'll be high fives and hugs after the game.
Yeah. Well, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe, well, I didn't say how long after the
Yeah,
game.
that's true. Yeah. This will be
First
the
and
last
10
play
St.
of the
Mary's.
third quarter.
From the Korah 37, this will be the last play of the third quarter.
Motion across, and we're going to have a handoff in the backfield. There's room on
Hand
that
off
right
number
side.
5, Great
Lutzi is going
He
to pick
runs
up
for close to first
7
down
yards.
Good hard
Another-
hit by the Colts.
Another nice run, but this is what the Knights
We
need to
do
do,
have
right?
a flag on the play.
You're playing. You got 2 safeties that are playing so far off. Oh, and that's a bad. Oh, his leg. Oh.
We've got a Korah player down.
That does not look good.
So we're going to take an injury
we'll take a
timeout
break.
here, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
High school and collegiate sports are finally getting the special treatment they deserve. Our team at Saultsports will bring you all the high school and collegiate rivalries you've grown up watching. Saultsports will also go in depth with youth, high school, and collegiate coverage of sports you won't find anywhere else. Sports like basketball, football, hockey, volleyball, wrestling, baseball, soccer, and much, much more. We take a look inside the lives of local athletes, both high school and collegiate, to find out what drives them to succeed. Remember, you won't find another sports media outlet in Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma that covers sports the way our team does it. Physical activity, including athletics and organized sports, plays an important role in the lives and education of students. As well, it contributes to their positive health and well-being while also providing a source of enjoyment and entertainment. To enhance the opportunities for families to view their children engaging in athletic activity, the ADSB has partnered up with Saultsports.com to stream secondary football, basketball, volleyball, and hockey games as a pilot for the 2022-2023 season. Head over to Saultsports.com to see what games we are streaming next and to support and encourage your child's engagement in physical activity.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So the injured Korah Colt is Cole Aruda, and he is struggling to make his way to the bench. Thought he was headed there, but he's just had to take a knee again. Hope he's okay.
I thought it was his leg at first, but it sounds like he might have gotten landed on, and maybe
the wind knocked at him, or a rib or something. It's
Yeah.
the way he's moving, you know. Hate to speculate, but ribs. You move slow when you got sore ribs, that's for sure. Anyways,
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever have you ever broke your ribs before?
I don't think I've broken them, but I know I bruised them. It doesn't feel good.
No, so
Nothing feels good.
I've had a few. I've broken a lot of bones in my body, and my broken ribs were by far
You can't
one
breathe.
of the most. You can't breathe. You can't eat. You can't lay down. You can't sit down.
Yeah,
you
there's
can't do anything.
Nothing
right?
comfortable.
Yeah.
So hopefully Cole just got the wind knocked out of him.
And Cole has played an outstanding football game.
He absolutely
today
has.
too.
He's been one of the surprises. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
why I'm surprised. He's been an amazing football player from back in the earliest Sioux Minor football days, and just a great kid. Great family, but we hope he's okay. And he's had obviously a tough go, and those of you who know the Aruda family, and it's I don't know that the football family in Sault Ste. Marie will ever get over the loss of Carlos, and obviously
absolutely.
the Wheaton family as well. They just had a tough go, and we all feel for them. And anyway, hope Cole is okay and is able to get back, whether it's today or next week.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't. I think I'm not sure why Mary still gets a play here, but that's a big advantage if they're not going to call the quarter time yet. If Mary's can score here, that's going to save them. On this play I'm just talking about. If they can somehow get a score on this play, it's going to save them probably a minute to minute and a half. In of halftime change or of quarter time changes and things. So this is
Was
a big.
there a penalty on that play? Is that why?
First and 5, first St. Mary's.
I think
must
there
have
was a
been
penalty
offside,
on that
yeah.
play, and that's why
That's
they're
why
replaying.
you can't end on a penalty. That's right.
That was the only thing I could think of there. So St. Mary's, Tucker, see more of that crossing motion in the backfield.
Oh, what footwork by
And then
Tucker!
Steps
Tucker,
up,
what a throw.
delivers,
What a
just knocked away.
man!
But you're right, that
What footwork!
presence
by
in the
Matty
backfield.
Tucker. Yeah,
ducked one, ran away from another, and then put up a pretty good ball.
a beautiful throw. I mean, you can argue that Bambako should have caught that one.
Yeah, just couple of good,
Yeah,
couple of defenders
puts it over
there,
the safety's head. Yeah,
and you know that Korah's keying on Bambako.
Oh,
They have to
absolutely.
be.
so I'm kind of surprised that they're not trying to get Carter involved a little bit more. I don't think he's had a ball thrown to him yet today. So
Well, yeah, and it's and not just Carter either, right? They've got McPherson on the outside. You got McInnes, tall receiver on the outside.
yeah,
Trudeau.
Right.
Didn't even mention Trudeau there.
yeah.
There's a lot of weapons there that they could be spreading that ball around to. So
Just like to remind everybody that we'd like to thank Team Essentials and Domino's Sault Ste. Marie, who have agreed to sponsor our high school player of the game program this season. We're thrilled to partner with the local businesses to help recognize and reward our outstanding players. The Domino's Sault Ste. Marie has generously provided us with a free medium pizza certificate, along with Team Essentials generously providing the player of the game t-shirt to recipients for every game Saultsports TV streams. So thank you again to our sponsors.
2nd and 5, St.
we got
Mary's.
5 receivers on the left, and
This
there's
could be a pass.
That's a lateral.
fumble.
Pass to Bambako. He bobbles it.
Oh,
Gets a couple yards.
I
gets
think
tripped up.
Bambako was going to throw that one. I think that was a design play, absolutely.
It was a backward lateral, and none of the referees signaled it. Again, that's the second time that we've seen.
Bambako got absolutely rocked on that play.
It was an awkward kind of, those when the contact is only on like half your body and it spins you. Those sometimes hurt more than when you get hit straight on.
Yeah, he got popped real hard there, and you could hear the contact.
And he is down on the turf now. There looks like maybe
A cramp?
wow, that looks like cramps the way that they're attending to him.
I mean, I would much rather it be cramps than his head because that looked pretty. You know.
It was a good shot. Daniel's a tough kid, though. I suspect he'll bounce back from it. Why is the clock running?
Huh. Someone up here have the clock? There we go.
So I'm sure we'll get that stopped and
Yeah.
might see some time.
Now they just fixed it.
Put back on that. There we go.
Looks like they're stretching him out still. So
Injury timeout.
So St. Mary's staff still attending to Daniel Bombacco. St. Mary's is going to have a 3rd and 7 from the Korah 34-yard line.
yeah, this injury will have to, it'll also force St. Mary's to get someone else involved, right? You have your playmaker now, your big playmaker who's down on the ground.
He's going to have to go out.
Yeah, he's going to have to go for 3 plays. So you're going to have to look at somebody like Jaden Trudeau, like Nick Carter, like someone else to kind of step up and, who can make that play for you, right?
Yeah, and he's not putting a lot of weight on, or any weight on those legs.
Yeah, that's not
getting
good.
off the field. It doesn't seem like cramps, but hopefully Daniel can shake that off and.
Yeah,
he's
for sure,
okay.
because you know what, we've talked about his leg, right? I don't know where he's more valuable, as a wide receiver or as a kicker, right?
Well, I think as a wide receiver.
As a wide receiver, he has been today, no question.
Yeah, but certainly they'll miss the leg if he can't return.
They got Caden McInnes out there with Ethan Carkidi on him. So, I mean, that's a bit of a mismatch.
Tucker looks left, though,
He looks
to Trudeau.
What an adjustment by Trudeau, and he just off the fingertips.
Yeah, just a little bit out of reach.
Great adjustment, though, that was by Trudeau. But again, Tucker put that ball in the spot where only his receiver could get it, right? So, nice throw there by Tucker.
Yeah, it's like some of those
Incomplete,
throws,
sets
they've
up first
just
down
been
for
a
Korah.
touch off,
That's right. That's right.
It's not like he's missing people by a mile. It's pretty close. So that's a turnover on downs. St. Mary's wanted to punch one in there and make this a 2-score ball game with 11:30 to go, but no such luck for the Knights. Korah is going to take over from their own 34.
Yeah, if you're Korah here, I think you're just looking for a ground and pound type of, clock-eating 5-6 minute drive that they're so accustomed to doing. But that being said,
that's going to be
defensive
offside.
St. Mary's defense has had Korah's number so far in this half. They've
really
been able to shut them down. So whatever adjustments St. Mary's has made has been working. It'll be neat to see what Korah does here in the fourth quarter to try and regain some of that momentum, because St. Mary's carries that momentum right now.
Absolutely. Korah has not been able to get anything done on offense. They're going to want to just get a nice sustained drive here, burn some clock. We'll see if they're able to do that. Inside run there. That looked like Dewar, didn't it?
Yep. Number 9.
Dewar.
Jared Dewar.
Gets the first down, picks up about 12 yards. 7 yards on the play. I forgot we were already 5 yards into the sticks.
Yeah, that'll be 1st and 10.
So Dewar with a nice first down run there.
Number 21, Nick Vecchio.
Moves the chains.
1st and 10.
You wonder if Wes Pomeroy got hurt or something happened to him, because we haven't seen him.
He's been out on defense.
Oh, he has been?
Yeah, he's been at that safety spot, so I'm not sure if they're
just getting Jetson reps there then.
Hand off to Thibodeau. And he is
he's
tackled by 70
in the hole. Gets forward for, I think, a couple.
Number 22, Kieran Derbolka, again on the stop. Derbolka's had a solid game here for these St. Mary's Knights on the defense, too.
Easton Jolliker also in on that tackle from that DN spot, getting in to help out.
2nd down and 8 here for Korah.
Flag on the play. Blown dead.
That's going to be blown dead. That's got to be movement on Korah.
Yeah, it's going to be on Korah, probably for Jet's best interest there, as he had number 21, Nick Vecchio, barreling in on him.
Yeah, it didn't look like he had a lot of room to negotiate out here on the short side of the field. But Korah is going to get backed up, and they'll be looking at
Second down and
13.
Legal procedure, 5-yard penalty, first down.
And again, penalties for
Second
Korah.
down, sorry.
For sure.
I can't even speculate how many. They're well into double digits in
Yeah. They have
penalties,
to
and I
be.
don't know what the yardage is, but they've got to be well over 100 yards in penalties.
And there's
that
that little
double
counter to
handoff.
Barella.
Reverse.
And St. Mary's
Not
does a
pulled by
terrific
St. Mary's
job
isn't pulled this time.
on that
Barella
one.
gets short yardage
There's
gain.
pick up a 3 on the play, and that's not going to be enough. And
Joliker and Alexander in on a
the
tackle.
St. Mary's defense gets off the field in short order.
Again.
And you could say that without that first down
3rd and 10,
penalty
Korah.
for St. Mary's, might have been a 2 and out.
That's right. Number 14 is back to return the kick here for the St. Mary's Knights. That's Jaden Trudeau.
I think
Daniel Bombacco is sitting on the bench, I believe. I haven't seen him move a whole lot.
Trudeau, as a wide receiver, poses more of a threat than as a true returner.
Yeah,
it's
I would agree.
his height and leaping ability that is
yeah.
dangerous, as opposed to Bombacco, who, as we've seen, can make people miss in open space.
Yep.
So, but we'll see what Trudeau can do with the return here for St. Mary's. Korah again electing for that short squib type kick.
That's a beautiful kick.
Thibodeau
there
with
by
the kick.
Tibbs.
It's a pretty good one.
Trudeau
Into the arms
puts
of
it up.
Trudeau fields it. Gets a
Got-
little bit of a seam. Gets up almost past the 50, or
Trudeau
sorry, the
picks up
45-yard
about
line.
14 yards on the return, and St. Mary's will take possession on their own 47-yard line with 9:01 remaining in the
Tackle by
ballgame.
number 51, Ethan
Yeah,
Cartini.
St. Mary's. Oh, it looks like Bombacco is back out in the field, so that's a good sign
St.
for
Mary's.
the Knights.
1st and 10.
But you're right. Mary's is going to need a score here in the next. They're going to have to score in the next 2 minutes minimum to, try and get that momentum back. But again, their defense deserves a heck of a lot of credit for the adjustments that they've made so far in this second half. Great coaching by St. Mary's.
Yeah, Korah really is. Offense has just sputtered here in the second half.
Getting a little different look here now by the Korah defense, too, as they're only going with the one high safety.
Bombacco with the ball. He's going to pick up
Bombacco with the carry,
About
gets
4
around the
yards.
end, gets about 5 yards.
before he's run out of bounds.
Looks to be run out of bounds by number 14, Ethan Carbone.
That's Carbone with the defensive stop.
Yeah,
for the Colts.
Ethan Carbone last year played his first year of football and played wide receiver down in the junior division, and him and Eric Martone formed quite the combination for this Korah team and led them to a championship. So, Carbone's playing some defense here this year, which I think is awesome because never really struck me as the tackling type, but nice to see him out there trying it.
Tucker throws on the run, and that's
Tucker rolls out.
Again,
Pass
another
intended for Bombacco is incomplete.
good
Defended by number
defensive play.
26, Lucas Malcolm.
Lucas Malcolm breaks that one up, intended for Bombacco. And so with all the offensive weapons, the offense is running through Bombacco.
Yeah, it isn't ever. It's almost like they're using him too much, right? This is where, though, if you're St. Mary's, this is kind of what you would want, though, right? Because now you have the defense focusing on Bombacco. They're double, triple teaming him. Now you're going to have single coverage all over the field with a bunch of other really skilled, good, solid receivers. So,
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think Korah's
Third down,
been doing a
St.
pretty
Mary's.
good job in that defensive backfield of
We do have a
closing
flag
those
on
windows.
the play. Pass is caught by Bombacco.
And when
He's hauled down by Malcolm at number 51.
when
it
Bombacco
looks
is
like.
the primary
Yeah.
and Tucker doesn't have time, that's
So
where
we
he's
do have a
going,
flag on the
right?
play.
But a catch by Bombacco there.
I think you're going to get a penalty to both sides here.
Gain of about 18 on the play, but we'll see what the flags say.
I think you got offside on the defense, and I think you might have a holding penalty against St. Mary's. So holding against St. Mary's.
So that's going to negate
That's the only
passing
flag?
play.
That's the only one I saw signal. So
Yeah,
St.
there
Mary's
were,
gonna move backwards.
There was a flag that was thrown right
Penalties
away.
against St. Mary's. It'll come back.
Quick hold.
3rd and
Yeah.
11.
8:08 to go here in our second game of the night. Korah juniors taking care of business earlier on, and the seniors up 28-7 on St. Mary's. Tucker, nice ball
Tucker
there.
looking deep.
Oh, that's got to
And
be a
there's gonna
flag.
be
do have
a
a flag on the play.
there.
Pass intended
St. Mary's receiver,
for
Bombacco. Well, there's two
either
receivers
Daniel
in the area.
Bombacco or Nate Carter.
Carter was down. I don't know if that flag was on him, but
Everybody
Bombacco
kinda
was
went
trying
into
to
the
settle
field. We
under
do
the
have a flag
ball,
on
I
the
and
think
play.
they called it on Bombacco.
the Korah player had his hands up but wasn't turned looking at
right.
the ball and just kind of ran Bombacco off the ball. So
Ryan
that's going to
Klooster,
be
please. Ryan Klooster, please open the gate. Ryan
Penalty.
Klooster,
against the
if
Korah
possible, could you
Colts.
please open the gate?
Now, is that a spot of the foul penalty?
No, it's a 15-yarder. So it'll be a 15-yard penalty, and it'll be 1st down and 10. St. Mary's.
This is where, players watch too much NFL, right? They think it's a
Yeah.
spot of the foul penalty. They're all in there.
Pass interference,
I think
believe.
Nate Carter tried to sell the fact that he caught
On
the ball.
Korah?
So I think that was the confusion,
Oh,
even though
okay.
he really didn't. Yeah.
10-yard penalty, 1st down St. Mary's from the
Can't
49 of
fault
Korah.
the kid. Nice try.
Yeah, try it if you can.
Good gamesmanship, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was pretty clearly incomplete, though.
Yeah.
So St. Mary's with a 1st and 10 inside the Korah 50.
If we can get the people parked by the gate to move, if that's your car down by the gate where the ambulance needs to get in, we'd appreciate it if you would move.
I would assume that ambulance is for Cole Aruda.
Yeah, the paramedics are over there talking to him.
Right.
I mean, they are going to take him, it looks like, to the hospital
Pass number
for
5,
precautionary
handoff
reason.
number 5,
but,
Darian Pucci.
Cole
He gets 2-3
is
hard
walking
yards
off
before being
on,
taken
under
down by
his
number
own
60,
power,
Spencer Hedrick.
and he is walking
Second
with
down,
the
St. Mary's.
paramedics. So it's a good sign. Obviously you never want to see a young man get taken away or get hurt, but again, at least he's doing it under his own power right now.
And in the meantime, Lutzy picks up a couple for St. Mary's. Spencer
Now-
Hedrick makes the tackle
And
on
now,
that play.
and now the police have shown up too.
Tucker, the pass.
Tucker steps up beautifully in the
Nice
pocket,
throw
hits
to
Carter,
Carter.
and
That's
my
gonna be
another
goodness,
flag.
Nate
No, he
Carter.
drops it, but we do have a flag on the play.
That's going to be another
Yeah.
15-yard PI
I think
against Korah.
I think Nate was kind of hoping he could catch that one. That's the first time we've seen them throw to him yet today.
He almost made a spectacular one-handed grab behind his head.
I'm telling you
But-
though, Kev, I'm sorry to interrupt, but watching Matty Tucker play the quarterback position, I can't believe this is the same young man that we saw, even 3 years ago. I mean, he stepped up in the pocket beautifully there and threw a beautiful ball again. He's played really well here so far in this second half.
Well, yeah, and you've seen the confidence grow as the game's gone
Yeah.
on, right? It's been a totally different half for the St. Mary's offense. They're, even on those plays that don't end up being connections, they're pass interference.
That's right.
Because the ball's there, the play develops, and that gives some credit to that offensive line. They've been
So that would be
stepping up.
pass interference, 1st and 10,
Don't-
St. Mary's. Pass
Don't discount
intended
the
for
loss of
either
Jacob Brown
That's
for
right.
Korah
Nate
as
Carter or
well.
Daniel
Yeah.
Bombacco.
That's a big hit
Carter
to that
takes a stab at
defensive
it.
front for
Defended by
the
number
Korah Colts.
31.
And I
Nate
know
Car-
that Coach
Wes
Annan will be
Pomeroy.
talking about the lack of discipline.
Oh,
Passes
Nate
incomplete. It'll be
Carter
second down,
was
St.
wide
Mary's.
open there on that out route. Tucker just missed him. Second down and 10. I like those little 5-yard outs, those little 5-yard, hook passes right
Quick
now.
hitters.
It seems to be where to go here.
Tucker's got time again. He's
Tucker
going to put it
looking
up.
deep.
And that one is going to be well
Intended
defended.
for Bombacco. Incomplete. Defended by number 26.
Bombacco
Lucas
Can't
Malcolm.
bring it down. Malcolm there to break it up. That was good defense on that play after a couple of pass interference penalties have moved the ball into Korah territory. Third down and 10 for the Knights with 6:42 to go. And I don't think we'll see a punt here.
Yeah, absolutely not. He's been throwing a lot to Bombacco, understandably so, but, you'd like to see Jaden Trudeau try and use that talent and that ability here to try and get make
There's
a
some
play.
pressure on Tucker.
And
Korah
Tucker
finally
has
gets to
nowhere
Tucker.
to go.
Matty Tucker sacked by number 59.
And
Owen
you
Trecarton.
could hear a collective sigh of
Loss of
relief
about
from the
10
Korah
yards.
backfield
Yeah.
there. Like, finally, guys, up front, you got there. So on the third down play, Tucker loses about 8 yards, and the ball will be turned over at the 41 or the 40.
Clock continues to run again.
Just about 6 minutes remaining in this one. Korah with the ball up 28-7. And for all the positive gains for St. Mary's, just that one touchdown. And that on a return.
That's right.
So the St. Mary's offense,
1st and 10, Korah
a
from
lot
the
more
41.
positive things happening there, but no points for the
Hand off
offense.
to Barella.
Barella scampers out for
Tackle by
9
number 99,
yards.
Grant Matheson.
Matheson takes him down.
Just a reminder, Kevin and I
7,
will
8
be
yards.
announcing the high
He's
school
second and
player
2.
of the game for both teams, and the player of the game will receive a free pizza and a T-shirt. The pizza's courtesy of Domino's Pizza, and the T-shirt's courtesy of Team Essential. You know, we have a lot of people that we can pick from here in this game, Kevin. You know, off of Korah, a few people that really stood out for us. You know, Dante Scaglione played a heck of a game on the line. Caleb Thibodeau ran like crazy. Barella ran unbelievably well. Ethan Scott had a pretty solid game. So there's
Another
lots of
good run
people in
by
contention for them.
Barella.
In terms of St.
Tackle by
Mary's,
Nick Vecchio.
you know, Matty Tucker has had a heck of a football game despite
That'll be first
the
down.
little bit of a slow
Korah.
start, but he's played outstanding. Daniel Bambaco's played well. Defensively, we've talked about Kieran Derbolka quite a bit. You know, lots of good players, lots of good performances.
Grant
Cole
Matheson's made a lot of tackles
Graham
out there
Matheson
tonight.
as well. So those are some of the nominees that we do have for the game start today, and we'll announce that around the 3-minute warning. There's 4:55 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Another good
Korah,
run by Barella. Good
Nice.
hard hit.
run there.
Matheson and Carter on the tackle.
And there's Matheson again and Carter.
the
We
first
just
down yardage.
talked about both of them, and Barella on the carry. All three of those
I
are
love that.
candidates for.
I love that sound. I love that sound.
Sounds like
the
September,
sound of-
doesn't it?
The sound of pads hitting each other like that
Yeah.
is just awesome. It's nice to see these kids playing hard, you know, young men playing really hard, tough, grinded out football here. I love it.
2nd and a yard. See if Byron gets in behind that O-line. He does, and the surge
Keeper.
gets him about 3 yards. Enough for the first down.
So with 4 minutes to go,
Keen Derbolka in on the tackle.
And Byron's
That'll be
managed the
first
game
down
pretty
for him.
well.
he's
You know,
played unbelievable.
the one toss to Ethan Scott was notable for the touchdown, but he's done what's been asked of him.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
And so another candidate. Byron under center again.
Another handoff to
Hand
Barella.
off to Barella. He gets
He
the
gets
edge.
over.
Barella gets the
And
corner, and he's just forced out of bounds.
Bumped out of
Excellent
bounds
play
there.
by-
By number
looks
6,
like
Braden
number
Lucci.
Seamus Parlow.
6. Seamus Parlow running him down.
Nice to see Parlow back out there. He went down earlier this game too with a little bit of a bump or a bruise. So
So Korah moving the chains with 3:28 remaining in the game. Korah's offense showing its first signs of life here late in the fourth quarter. Well, first signs of life in the second half anyways. Big first half, 28 unanswered points. Byron hands off.
Handoff to
That's
Dewar.
to Dewar, and he cuts it back
He's
inside.
slowed down. Tackled by number
and
22.
Looks like no gain
Kian Derbolka.
for Dewar on that play. Derboka in on the tackle. He's had a heck of a game for the Knights as well. So it's 2nd down and about 9.
That'll be the 3-minute warning. 2nd and about 8 for Korah.
correction, 2nd and 8
Coach St. Mary's 21-yard line.
for the Colts. From the 21, Byron under center again with Barella and Thibodeau in the backfield. And again to Barella, and he's going to cut that one up inside.
Into the middle.
See the linebackers flowing to that sideline, and
He's met by
Barella
number
makes a nice
54,
decision to
Kyle
cut it back
Scarfone.
inside.
A
And
little help from a couple of St. Mary's
he
teammates.
might be close to the first down there. Not sure he got it.
That'll
but
set up 3rd down and
3rd and maybe
looks
1.
like 2 yards.
A long one for Korah. And
Korah's just going to milk the clock here as long as possible.
so
Our player of the game for the St. Mary, or you want to do the Korah Colts first?
you go ahead. You go ahead. Korah Colts, player of the
Alright,
game.
Well, right after this play here.
Hand off to Barella.
There's Barella.
Looks like he gets the first down and then some.
A timely first down for Barella.
Right on cue. So our player of the
holding on the
game
tackle
for the
again.
Korah Colts is number 12, Jesse Barella, who up to this point, so not sure what he has now, has 20 carries for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns were his stats on the game. So unbelievable performance today by
Not
Barella.
a bad outing for Barella.
That's right. And our player of the game for the St. Mary's Knights is number 13, Daniel Bambako. He has 5 catches for 164 yards and a punt return for a touchdown. So outstanding performance by those 2 players. And you know what?
Hand off to Dewar.
And there's
Eventually
Dewar.
brought down by
He's
Matheson.
close to the touchdown, but no, they mark him down.
If you were to ask me, Kevin, before the game, if I could pick 2 players to be the player of the game, I probably would have said Barella and Bambako. You know, those are the 2 players that you would have expected to see have big performances on the on opening night, and they have. So, you know, credit to both young men for a terrific game. But, you know, again, we can't not talk about the job that the Korah Colts offensive line has done today. It's been unbelievable.
Yeah, we're seeing them back sort of in their rhythm right now. Although that looks like a stop there for St. Mary's on the goal line.
Yeah, Mason
second down
Bataki.
stop.
Mishmash.
Mason Bataki, I think that's his first carry of the game, and Bataki last year was an absolute stud for the
No
junior
gain on the
program.
play.
So the future is bright for the Korah
Oh,
Colts.
yeah.
That's what you're saying, I think.
I think Korah's senior team next year. I mean, it's going to be. I mean, this team's pretty strong, but they got a real good team coming next
Push
year.
up the middle, flag on the
Flag on the
play. I
play.
think that's probably going to be, well, it's going to be on the line. I shouldn't speculate whether it'll be offensive or defensive, but clearly somebody moved. Byron did get into the end zone, but I don't think that's going to stand unless it was a defensive penalty. But I think Korah's going to go back 5 yards on this one with 1:10 to go, and I think the Colts would like to kind of put an exclamation point on this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that task will be made a little bit more difficult. 3rd and goal from the 6. They're going to send out
the field goal
the
unit.
field goal unit.
Probably be 5 more yards, as they'll likely get a delay of game here as well.
Yeah. Which I think they'll be okay with, especially with the ball on the – well, actually the ball's in the middle, so I thought it was over on that right hash. So Koski lines up for the field goal. Looked like it took a long time for that play to get off. There was a flag.
You do have a flag on the play.
And possibly movement again, or do you think it was delay game?
I think the flag might have been for too many men on the field even. Tough to tell at this point. Yeah, the penalty is declined.
Too many men on the field for St. Mary's?
Well, if the penalty was declined, I assume that would have to be against Korah.
The field goal was good, no?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll try to figure out what's going on at the – it's not going to affect the outcome of this game with the score 28-7, 56.3 seconds to go. Taking a long time to figure this out, though. Not sure what they're talking about. Teams look like they're shaking hands.
Yeah.
There's a minute left to play here.
I know.
Let's move it along here, folks.
Well, regardless, this is a terrific performance here by the Korah Colts, and they came out and they obviously heard all the talk, but whatever St. Mary's did at halftime, they deserve a lot of credit for, as they've actually won the second half. They've won the second half 10-0, right? So if you're Korah, if you're St. Mary's,
I think it's 7-0. It's 7-3, no?
No, wasn't it 20? It was 28-0 at half, no?
Yeah, but I think they just put 3 points up for St. Mary's. Pretty sure Korah kicked that. No?
Oh, that's right. Korah did kick it. Sorry. You are correct. Yeah.
I think we got the 3 on the wrong side of the clock. But anyways, they regardless, they won the second half, which I think if you're the St. Mary's coaching staff, that's what you're looking to do down 28-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
Just go out and win the series, win the half, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the message to the team. And so
shout out to Dylan Monaco and Mike Nicoletta, who just texted in saying that they watched the entire game from down in Quebec. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. And
former Colt and Knight.
Exactly.
I wonder if they had a small wager on the game.
I know.
So somebody might be running laps tomorrow, and
that's right.
I think Michael has an easier time with those laps than Dylan does.
Yeah, for sure. yeah.
No, both great kids.
Outstanding kids. Outstanding.
They're not kids anymore.
I know.
They're men. But
listen, I see 30-year-olds that I used to coach, and I still call them kids. So they'll be kids to me forever, for a long time. So yeah.
Well, shout out to those two, and they're playing at Bishops this year, and Connor Ritchie down there as well, who was a Korah Colt last year and played basketball at Korah. So we'll. I got lots of purple and white, as I know you do.
Yeah,
so
do I.
We'll just change the W to a B, and we'll be cheering on the Gators for sure.
Just have some tactical difficulties up here in the booth with the controller.
So we're still trying to figure the score out. It's 31-7.
In the fourth quarter. First and 10, St. Mary's.
So the clock shows 28-10. They're trying to get that figured out.
All right, Kev, I hate to do this to you, but with a minute left, I'm going to have to duck out because I do have to get to work tonight. But this was a blast, man.
It's been a treat.
Yeah, I look forward to doing it again this year.
Hopefully we can do it again next week.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in.
Have a good night. Yeah. So we've got
handoff to Bambako.
Bambako on the carry, a handoff in the backfield. I think that's maybe the first time we've seen him run the ball. We've seen him catch. We've seen him catch a lot of balls tonight, but I don't think we've seen him running out of the backfield. But that one snuffed out. No gain on that play for the Knights. 1:04 to go. We were under a minute, but I think we had some clock issues. So now we're under a minute, clock running. That was actually a loss of 3 on the play for Bambako. Second down and 13.
Loss of 3 or 4 yards.
Tucker's going to throw it out into the flats. Bambako again, but Korah
pass for Bambako is
quickly
caught.
There to stop that from materializing. I think it's another loss
tackled
of a couple of yards.
Carcini.
So the St. Mary's offense that hit its stride
among others
this half sort of sputters here to end the game, although I think they may go for it here on third down with 44 seconds remaining. Suspect they will take the clock down as long as they can and run another play. Motion cross in the backfield. And we've got a flag down on the far side of the field. A lot of penalties in this one. Both teams going to need to clean that up. Of course, St. Mary's going to take on Superior Heights next weekend, Friday night matchup. And Korah here on Saturday
5-yard penalty
to take on the visiting Huron Heights Warriors out of Newmarket, the #1 team in the country. So that will be a very interesting test for these Korah Colts. Tucker back, delivers over the head of Carter. That is incomplete. And
incomplete.
St. Mary's will turn the ball over on downs. I suspect that Korah will be content to just run this clock out and call it a night. But 21.6 on the clock. Neither team looks like they're in much of a rush here. The referee winds the clock and says, let's have one more play to finish this up. So good outing, first outing for the Colts. Well, their second outing, they played Spear Heights last weekend. Good first outing for St. Mary's and saw a lot of promising things here in the second half. But the win goes to Korah, continuing their win streak. And they'll take this one 31-7 and take a 2-0 record into next week's matchup with the #1 Huron Heights Warriors. Make sure you come and join us at Saultsports.com next week for the junior and senior matches Thursday night, Friday night, and then we'll have the Saturday night matchup between the #1 and #3 teams in the province.
Coral play White Pines in junior.
Please join us then. Kevin Hemsworth on behalf of Tony Bonifero and the Saultsports.com crew signing off from Spear Heights Field.